meant to happen. Stop that, stop that. Stop that. Did we get them all? No Dragonborn come up? Oh, every time I start the stream, it seems to have them already locked in, even though I turned them off. Unforgiven Car Park, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Also alongside Unforgiven Car Park is the mighty Adrea, Tash, Lena, Smooch, and CGI Shadow. How you doing? Welcome in. Hopefully my microphone is working. I haven't decided what I'm doing today because I can't be fucked to play ESO, quite frankly. Because it's been on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And I'm waiting, what, 2 days now for the new update. And I've got the in-between, can you hurry up and release it? Plus, also, you've seen it. It's just fucking directory's a mess. Mind Distortion, Budicus Maximus, Skellington, how you doing? Welcome in. It is a mess. When you're sitting there watching people have over 1,000 fake views, fuck that. Joker, how you doing? So I'm looking at the PlayStation Store. Finally browsing and seeing what there is. I nearly got this. Correction, I did get this. I haven't tried it yet. I've been playing a shit ton of survival games forever. And recently I've been kind of messing with them all. That looks quite good, but finding one that you can stick to is difficult. Although 7 Days to Die has been fantastic. And the server has been updated. We've got some more mods on there now. So now we've got surveillance cameras, which are banging. More furniture. More things to make and no cheesy stuff. So it's pretty good. Ninja. Should I press it now that it's working? There we go. See? Perfectly fine now. Monthly games. So this is the benefit of having a massive hard drive. As if... just saying. Gold Road is on the monthly games. Gold Road was 2 years ago. What's up, Zion Ninjas? Kai's the Astronaut, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Mr. May can also welcome in. Have a shout out. Chris Mitten, how you doing? This I never got on with. I wanted to, I really did. But I had the wrong mindset for this game. And that's my own fault. But Final Fantasy X, do you remember it? Remember Final Fantasy X? Final Fantasy X is quite possibly one of the best games that has ever been released, ever. Not just because of its gameplay, but because of its story as well. If you are a really, really big manly man with a big dog and big tattoos and think you're proper hard, if you don't get a little lump in your throat at the end of the story of Final Fantasy X, you're a liar. That's it, that's all you are, you're a liar. It's fantastic, but as you complete it, spoiler, not the story, but game modes, you get given like a Monster Hunter path where you get to run around everything that you've already seen. Mr. Teacup, how you doing? And you get to capture the monsters and then fight them when you want, which was kind of cool. You collect them like a sticker book. And for some fucked up reason in my own head, I thought Monster Hunter was going to be like that, and it wasn't. So I couldn't play it. And that's it. That's my only excuse. I had fake expectations of what it was, and it wasn't, so I gave up. And that's it. I bought it. I got the fucking sealed version because I ended up downloading it before I even opened it, which was awkward. Did the same for Soul Calibur as well. But yeah, Gold Road is apparently on the weekly, the monthly even. This I have, and I've still never fucking played it. My god, the amount of games that I've accumulated over time that I haven't actually put in any time into. Take your shout out and like it. But did you get one as well? Classics. Do you know what? I don't know if anybody else does this, but I love going through the classics. And before we do that, I need to raise your awareness or attention to something very, very important. And I've lost it. Where's it gone? More Tech. Tekken Dark Resurrection? Jesus. Resident Evil 3. Fantastic. We'll go over those in a minute. Where is it? Exclusive game packs? No, it was here. Latest. I'm sure it was in latest. I love these menus. They make you go down, then up again. Benefits collection, premium games. What on earth is this? I'm in the wrong list. It's got to be... It's not under latest. I saw it a moment ago. There was an advert for it. Maybe it's here. For those that don't know. Ah! There it is! Look at this! For those that didn't know. It's not out yet. But PlayStation's getting Starfield. Ooh, don't think I've ever seen you play a jump scare game. Yes, you have. You've seen me play 7 Days to Die when I had no idea what to expect and the zombie was hovering over my body when I went to go pick it up. Hidden in the wardrobe. And as I jumped, I hit him and he died. Our Monday's ever good. Tony Silver, have a shout out. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. The amazing Tony Silver is all the way over there. We've got to still mess around pressing buttons, but we're on it. Hopefully she can be back soon. But pressing that button is being really awkward because solicitors have got to do that. Okay. Yeah, you have seen it. I played 7 Days to Die all the time. I was on it today. making big buildings and stuff. Anyway, let's get out of this one. Starfield's coming to PlayStation, which is banging. Dune is apparently coming to PlayStation, but first of all, they fucked it up royally. Okay, please stop listening to people that don't make your games for you, and make your game yourself. Because the more people you listen to, the more fuck-ups you make. And this is happening to almost every AAA company ever since 2002. RIP Star Wars Galaxies. Stop listening. Correction. Because you have access to social media, and because you have the ability to communicate with what you would call normal people outside of your office where you develop games, stop trying to make everybody your friends. They are your customers. You can appreciate them, they can appreciate you, but you don't have to go out for coffee, and you certainly don't have to be influenced by them telling you what to do when they're not doing your job for you. There's a difference between feedback and forced change. And unfortunately, lots of games are falling... Well, they're falling for that, and that is why all these development companies have to keep getting bought out and then firing everyone, because like, well, you lot fucked up, we'll get someone else. Or we'll copy another trend. Every game, so far, within reason of a couple, has failed miserably if they do exactly what the audience tells them to. Because they're not listening to their audience, they listen to the loud shouts. If you listen to your audience, who don't speak very often, the ones that like the game who don't speak very often because they're too busy playing it, you would find out that they didn't like what you did, which is why they stopped playing it. That doesn't mean ESO devs will reject my coffee proposal. Yes, they should. They probably won't. Now, community influence in some editions is very different to community direction. Because the direction people shout at, which they want to go to, is normally what people give them and normally what they don't want, because when they've got it, they hate it. Now, Warframe is doing very, very well over a long period of time because they have community influence in the way that they introduce new additions to the game. They add new Warframes, new designs, bits and pieces, but they don't dramatically change the entire code just because someone on their sofa said, do this because I said so. Other games are victim of doing such things, and they're stupid for it. Star Wars Galaxies is a prime example. Many, many years ago, big changes happened because they thought that's what people wanted. When it happened, people didn't want it, so they changed it back and it was too late. Lots and lots of people over time, because of algorithm fucking and AI and changes to the way that people see things on social media, developers are all following the same path and they're all failing miserably. It's very, very rare right now to have a long-standing game not have a huge firing phase where everybody gets kicked. And it's usually because they've taken the wrong direction. Create your game for the audience that you think you're creating it for. Deliver it as your creation and go from there. Don't just keep changing it because someone said they didn't like something. People aren't supposed to like everything. Scotilia Gaming, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Vigix also welcome. I mean, the luxury brand with a selected audience and cater to them. Cater to your audience in the respect that you have a target audience, okay? That's the one thing people don't understand. Target audience, not all audiences. It's no good you being a comedian and having a certain type of personality, behavior, mentality, whatever, and your audience likes that. But those people outside don't find anything funny at all. So instead of understanding that, you want them to, so you decide to be all serious. Well, you just pissed off your mainstream audience, didn't you? Don't do that. You should create content for you. You should create games for you that you like, you and your team are passionate about, and share your creation. That's what it is. Creative medium. Share it. And if it sells, great. If it doesn't, the idea was shit or not enough people picked it up. There's ways and means to advertise that kind of stuff. But if you are expecting to get everybody on board, that flash in a pan stuff kills teams. And it's happening way too much. The long-standing games that don't bend to the will of Reddit are the ones that have a lot more, not necessarily survivability, a lot more chance of, a lot better chance of providing future content and maintaining it, or at least having a next game and making it successful. Others will just flash in the pan and give up. Be shit. EverQuest, for example. 27 years it's been out for. They're making another one. They've already got 2 running, and neither one of them, even though they've shifted development teams, although they've kept the majority of people over time, they're still going. Others may still be hovering, hopefully not going anywhere, but the trend right now is to buy out a company, fire all the staff, and change everything because the forum said so. Someone's got to learn that that's not a copy and paste system that they should be applying. It's shit. And it makes shit games. That's why we do this all night and scroll through fucking PlayStation Store looking at loads of stuff that you're never going to touch. Although that looks pretty good, actually. Console edition of Icarus. What is this? That's a cool cover. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Classic. As soon as you see classic, now you want to play it. Loads of stuff. I nearly said DJ. It's JD. How you doing? I don't play football in front of a tennis crowd. Exactly. You understand. There's loads of different ways to describe it, but you get it, right? H.G. Wells, welcome in. I just finished getting the platinum on Neo 3, and that was a fun game. Excellent. Well done indeed. I'm going to press the button for you, actually. Oh my god. Eva's fantastic for that. Check out their community feedback. Video response is amazing in a nutshell. We have a plan. You get to hear it, and sometimes feedback makes sense and gets implemented, and sometimes it's a no. Exactly. And that's the problem, right? Definitions have lost what they mean. Quite literally, the definitions have lost their definition. It sounds backwards, but it's true. Feedback. Here's one for the audience. Don't be a smart ass and go on Google and try and look it up to give me the answer you think I want to hear. I want to know what you think it is. Because some people will be right, some people will be wrong. Hopefully most people in this audience understand stuff. What does the word feedback mean? Now, you don't have to get the Oxford Dictionary out and get the actual, like, full written out definition, but what does it mean? Suggestions! That is fucking brilliant. Smooch! I'm gonna press this. First answer. Constructive criticism. That also goes in there. Suggestions. My demand lessons. Mic drop. 100% caps lock suggestions. Suggestions and constructive criticism. Bear in mind that that doesn't mean, you have to listen carefully to this, because you already get this, but most people don't. It doesn't mean shout stuff into a void and get your own way. And it doesn't mean you get to use that gaslit fucking term, they don't listen to us. They do listen. Unfortunately. They have to hear all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything. Even the absolute fucking obscene. They have to listen to it, but they don't have to act on it. That's the point. It's a suggestion box. What you're mad about is that your idea didn't make the cut. And that's it. It's not tell us how to play our game, tell us how to make our game. It's not that. It's tell us what you think of it. We're listening. That is all. Critique at best. Feedback is merely information regarding the reaction to something. Bingo. And that is where we are lost right now with games. People think that as soon as they issue feedback, that means they are now a developer. And unfortunately, lots of the very expensive development companies that seem to think it's great to go around and buy everybody because they've got all the best ideas in the world, seem to believe that too. They think that because someone on Facebook went, they never listened to us, and you found that hurt your feelings, you decided to spend millions on making that happen, and now you have a failed fucking product. And again, as broad as that may be, that is what's happening a lot in games and has been happening for a serious amount of time. If you've played games for a very long time, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If not, have a little look. You'll see it. It's happening everywhere. And in the meantime, there's so many fucking indie games. Not a bad thing, but there's so many fucking indie games. You don't know where to start. So there's too many games to play or even try. However, bear in mind, and we mentioned this in Discord earlier, indie games are the only ones that really stay true to themselves in the most part now. Do you know why? Because they don't have a degree. They don't have this job. They don't do that, this, that, and the other. What they do is they focus on their hobby, that they would like to be a job maybe, and they deliver creativity inside of it. They actually show you what they did. It's like drawing a picture. When you're 5, you're like, look, mama did an owl. Just shit owl. Yeah, but I did one. Good. Good for you. That kid is happy as fuck. Because it's shared its creation. And now indie games have the freedom to do that. Even though they do get lynched for fucking releasing something they're not supposed to because that's copying something else. But then they get all the fucking copyright and the money taken off them anyway. Because that's what happens. Especially when it comes to using stuff like UDK, which, what are they in now? UE5, some shit like that? You wouldn't believe the amount of money they take off of the people that make the games within them. It's fucking crazy. It's like 90-odd%. But indie games are people with a passion that have a skill and they want to share it and they finally get it up on this dashboard. So you're playing what someone else created that they feel like they enjoy and they hope you do too. And that is not where we are with games anymore. Indie games, yes. AAA, no. AAA used to be like that. They used to have the money to be able to share what the lead developers or the lead group had an idea of and then threw it out. Doom, for example, probably one of the only ones that is still maintaining, actually, in its own original form. But most are looking around thinking, what will sell? Now, from a business perspective, I understand that. But, unfortunately, people are starting to see the same patterns over and over and over and over and over and over. They're starting to see, oh, that game is doing what they did. Oh, look, the marketing's the same. The idea's the same. They've kicked out the same amount of people, shifted on to part 2. And the repetitiveness is burning people out. They don't want to play the fucking things. Like this, for example. I know lots of people love Assassin's Creed, but that's been copy and paste forever. But here's the positive part of that. They know what they're doing. I can't stand buying another Assassin's Creed because I switched off at part 3 because they ruined the story. But it is copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. However, there's nothing else like it. So they can. But you keep releasing reskins of everything else that are already the same. Shit. We got 2 years suffering. You've been here for 2 years? While we're on PS Store, we bought a new video game. Why don't you join the room, Radiant, and you'll catch up? No, I'm not buying a new game. I don't do shopping online. I'm looking at stuff. Talking about games. I gave it far too long before I gave up Valhalla. I'm not going to. Lurking and working. Nice, Dragon. Radiant and Dragon, welcome in. How you doing? I'm mildly underlining the fact that most games are shit now because the developers or the people in charge of the developers, if you want, the big boys, you just got here. Good. Have a seat. Are too busy trying to copy trends and listen to people that aren't developers that they don't know how to create stuff anymore. They know how to code stuff. They know how to make stuff look pretty. They know how to put it on a shelf, but they don't know how to create a product that is fun. Kind of takes away from simply enjoying games ever so often. Report, oh, this could be cool, and then go towards, I have to come up with an idea that gets implemented or else I suck at games. Yeah, pretty much. It's mad. That's why people keep going back to the classics, and that's why the classics get rebooted, because they have realized a problem in the market, and that is that everything is either shit or copy and pasted, or just another way to sell you something that you're not going to maintain for a long point of time, a long period of time, and then they'll just replace it with something else. It's exhausting. That's why this is back. Silent Hill 2. Because why do they need to make a new one? They don't, do they? The overuse of the battle pass, not quite. Hope you and the family as well. Family? I'm here on my own at the moment. I've been for a long time. Are we talking about immediate family or the wife? The wife is stuck in Austria. Immediate family? No. It is just mad. You've got these, right? At this point in time, we know that 2025, 2026, 2027, and all the previous are going to sell. But technology has advanced so much that you could just release a base version of it now and just update it every year with a fucking DLC. Or an update. People will still pay for it. They're still going to buy coins off Fidgix. So, what's the point? This, oh, I fucking loved part 2. Never played part 3. 3 I haven't got into yet because I heard they completely changed the whole point of it. But it's supposed to be good. Witcher I've still got sealed somewhere. I'm looking at the store and seeing what there is. There's a lot. You can never invest your time in any of these because while they may be decent, there's too many games to play. It's like trying to watch an entire saga of a movie, but unfortunately, there's several different other ones that you want to watch at the same time. You just can't. Never played The Witcher? No. I've seen all the episodes and everything, but I've never played the game because I didn't get around to it. That I played. Elite Dangerous was fantastic. Would love to, but never got around to it. And that's the problem, right? Here's the thing, right? Imagine everyone's got their own niche, right? Which they do, to some extent. And that's fucking spread thin now because of all the different games. Imagine, let's say, Unforgiven Car Park, Tony, Buddha, Radiant, Dragon, just to say, and Ducky Fuzz, just because you're the last names there. So we've got like 5 or 6 people, right? So you play this, 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 you play this. That's you lot done. Now we've got this, and this. So we've got another 10 or 12 people. We're going up to about 20 fucking people almost here when we start getting to these. And they all play 1 game each. Now you all share your information about each one of those games to each one of you. And you're all now taking in loads and loads and loads of stuff that you have no knowledge of, but now you might consider playing. Now you've got 2 games to split your time up with. Or 3, or 4, or 5, or 20. How the fuck are you going to do it? There's too many. And that's the problem. It's not about making good games right now. It's about releasing a product as fast as fucking possible to get as much money as quickly as you can before it inevitably fucking declines after a week of the hype going away. It's madness. And that never used to be the case. We used to have a lot of games, don't get me wrong. But they were pick up, play them, put them down as done. Now it's pick up, play it, invest a serious amount of time in spending loads of extra money on it because they've led you to do so, and then they dump it and give you something else. Releasing not finished games, yeah, that's a bit of a trend as well. And that's the problem. The trends are messing games up. Good evening, Zara Ninjas, lurking at family dinner. How you doing, dude? Welcome to the stream. Hello there, motherfucker. Who said that? Patch it later. Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you had a fully finished game on, say, a Mega Drive or a NES or something like that, it was supposed to be done because they didn't have DLCs. They didn't have the ability to do so. Apart from maybe 1 or 2 expansions that they did end up working on, which was like extras that they put in the top of the cartridge, but that was much later tech anyway. Originally, it was done. They had to make sure there was no bugs and done. And then if there was bugs, congratulations, you found a feature. Now a fix can destroy an entire game because they left too many holes in the first place. Patriot said hello, motherfucker. Shared information with Ducky, ooh. But yeah, look at the... I've tried to go through the store sometimes, and you get to that stage where you're just completely fucking stifled and you're not sure what to do. And you'll scroll for fucking hours. I mean, they've got categories now, but, I mean, they're loose. Simulation, I think that still covers survival, actually. I think that still goes under... There's no survival category. Love survival games, but again, most of them are copy and paste. Mark JBVVA has been here for 80 days. Thank you very much. Elden Ring's still a banging game. Again, this has been remade like a million fucking times. Oblivion. Oblivion is fantastic. Always has been, always will be. Remastered was really fucking good. But again, they had to remaster it because there's no new game. Skyrim's been remastered a million fucking times because there's no new game yet. Now, at least they haven't gone down the Fortnite route and tried to just recreate that, but the hype, the quick, oh my god, it's here, sold really well, and then it died after about a week. And that's what developers are worried about, and that's what they're chasing. It's like, quick, make it, get loads and loads of money in the first week, make another one. One of my roommates was doing Xbox Gloom at me and was trying to sell me on maybe saving for 3 upcoming Steam titles. I was like, okay, but my work and my community is over here. Exactly. So you got to dump a community, or you've got to spread yourself really thin amongst all the other things you're supposed to buy. It's madness. And that's the thing, like, do you like games? That's a loose question now, isn't it? It's not a case of do you like games, it's a case of do you like the ones you play? Because as a broad scale now, there's a lot of stuff you'll never have time to try to decide whether you do actually like games as a whole or not. It's fucking tons. What's this? No, I played that one. This was good. That wasn't too bad. Again, still copy pasta. At most, I might pick up a PlayStation to play with PSA EU ninjas. Exactly, so you're still playing the same game, but you've invested on another platform. Foreign Liberty, didn't like that. That was too same for every other MMO I've ever fucking played. Path of Exile did well. But I always end up on the classics list, like this. And again, the classics get redone because they're good. Are we getting a remaster for, I don't know, Assassin's Creed 1? No. This is where I found out it has been remastered. Resident Evil did. But then Resident Evil took a turn for the worst halfway through as well. I like games that stay true to their original design. So do I, which is why I didn't like Resident Evil 5 and 6. Because I shot a zombie with 1 pistol bullet, and you all know full well that zombies don't fall down to that, and the fucking thing catapulted across the room. Like, nope, I'm done. I put it down straight away. Didn't get any further. Been asking for AC1 remaster for years. Yeah, but why? You've still got the original. Play it. I go between 2 MMOs. For HDD Forbidden West, when it was... Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. When it was brand new at $60, I still don't play it. It's probably free on PS now. It has been, I think. Black Flag is reportedly getting a remaster. Don't reportedly to me, because that's I heard. I heard is useless. Where did I get to? I started treating games the same way as I treat books and other media. If I don't enjoy it, I won't finish it, no matter what the cost. There's just more painful with today's price of games. It is. And that's the thing. The price has gone up, but the accessibility to it is 10 times easier. In fact, even more than 10 times easier, because now you just download a folder. That's all you're doing. It looks pretty, but you're downloading a folder. You don't have a physical product anymore. There's no factory involved in creating it, because it doesn't need one. There's no book. There's no box. There's no plastic. There's no paper. There's nothing. You just press the button and poof, money disappeared out your bank. Biohazard and Village of Bang games. I didn't like them. You know why I didn't like them? Not because they're bad, but because they're not Resident Evil. They're really not. They are horror games that are decent. They were not the OG Resident Evil. But there's too many Hogger games. Oh, sorry, Hogger games and too many games and too little time to... You've typoed. Too little time to waste on ones I don't enjoy. Mr. Collection editions of ESO, I gladly pay for those for the statues. Oh, the physical ones? Fucking great. Fantastic. But that's where we are now, isn't it? Everything's supposed to be expected to be free. And if it's not, it's too expensive because it's a digital download. And even if you have decided to put the money into it, you then demand DLCs. The collector's editions, the physical ones, where they don't make these anymore. That wasn't a physical collector's copy. That was a statue given to me by Zos. And that is heavy. Fantastic. That was from Necrom. Exactly. Statue is crazy. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. I think it needs to be cleaned. Because it's not too dusty. It's been sitting there on the desk for fucking ages. Look at this. Isn't that fucking cool? That is absolutely incredible. You can't even see it properly, can you? Look at this. I feel if it wasn't named Resident Evil, the opinions would be different from a lot of people. That's pretty much exactly what I just said. You've just reworded it. It's a good horror game. Biohazard is a very good horror game. They did a really good job with it as a horror game. But as a Resident Evil title, they shouldn't have called it that. They should have just said, from the creators of Resident Evil, and that would have been fine. Because then it would have been like, oh, they're really good at zombie games. This one will be cool. I'm working hard to keep up. Should I slow down? You heard me that time, right? I did buy the statue. I think she was $150. Fucking hell. That's incredible. $150. What? So still too fast? Ben, can you... You know those old toys where you have a crank in the back of them? Taff's got one in the back of his head. Can you wind him up a bit so he can hear me? He's deaf. Like proper. $150. Why not free? Why not free? Right? See, Unforgiven Car Park made a joke there, but he's also referencing what happens on the internet. Because people have so much access to stuff that they wouldn't normally be able to get if it was like 20, 30 years ago for free. And so they think everything must be free. All games and development must be free. All DLCs and updates must be free. And that's how the world expects everything to work. Minato, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hello, game. Dude from Fun Pimps had the funniest way to say horror. Today, not how I pronounced it for the longest time. Oh, totally not how you pronounced it for the longest time? Yeah, I didn't want to correct her, but I did have to try and enforce the fact that horror's got 2 syllables. Because otherwise, it's a very different game. And that has a mature rating to it. Benicus Maximus, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. But look at it. I can scroll... Every single one of these is a full-on development. And look how quick it is to scroll through the fucking things because there's far too many. It's mad. Absolutely mad. And can you dedicate 500 hours to this, 500 to this, 500 to this, 500 to this? You're dead by then. Or tired. That, by the way, Dark Alliance, which is a very old game, was fantastic. There's a big black rope. Just want to start where wins me. Any suggestions? I mean, you could do it. There's not really many suggestions, like yes or no. If you like the idea of it, try it. If you don't, then don't. I think it's free, isn't it? I did see it here a moment ago. And the amount of P0rn puzzles, oh my god, there's so many. Like, hey, an anime game. No, it's not what you think it is. You do puzzles and move clothing and stop it. The PlayStation's fucking full of them. I'm sure it's... Ah, there it is. Yeah, this is free. Dude, it's free. What you got to lose? Try it. Robe, goddamn iPhone. You got Samsung. Cage, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. See, any game that I'm going to point out and say this was really good is old. What games are those again? Asking for science. Dude, just look for anything like this. I mean, that's probably not, but anything like that, and you're pretty much going to nail it on the head. Hit the nail on the head even. I can say words. Internet shopping today's Iron Ninjas. Not really. Just kind of looking at what there is, deciding whether I want to press any of the buttons, and then also whinging about how development companies have completely changed their mindset in that they don't want to create good games now. They just want to create flash in a pan stuff and then fire everybody. And then make a new one. Also asking what those games are for a friend. See, you almost had me. And then you said you had a friend. And I'm not convinced. Unless it's Raddy, in case you might have. Totally not. Depressing subject. No, it's not. I mean, there are a hell of a lot of good games out there, but not recently. Crimson Desert, I can't comment on because I haven't played it yet. Although that does look like it's something that is supposed to be played by yourself and just enjoy it rather than chasing your attention 24/7. Although I'm sure people will obsess about it. Dragon's Dogma was good. I did like that. Dark Souls, obviously, you can't complain at any of those. This, I'm sorry, that was shit. I did not enjoy that. That was a very odd game. This, I actually platinumed, I think. You can't be a fucking good 3/4 fucking camera angle action RPG. Diablo, Inquisitor Martyr, you've got Chaos Bane, I think it was. Something like that. All those are good. But they kind of make them and then just disappear. Like, you can play it if you want. I mean, Diablo has kept up with its own seasons and stuff, but the rest of it, it's like, here's an action RPG, go play it. Do you still play it? Yeah? Okay, good. That's it. Have you ever heard about the Elder Scrolls Online? I have. Gold Road is on PlayStation Plus this month. Yeah, the version that was out 2 years ago. Which K-Power played Crimson Desert. She spent half the time picking up kitties and petting the dogs. That would be me. See, stuff like that is fine, absolutely harmless, and something that we really want. But they have to be careful that they maintain that. Because lots do not. Lots are chasing. I mean, we haven't lost Zos yet. But you can see it leaking in. It's a risky time. Look at all this. What is all this? How are you gonna... You play any of these? I'm not saying they're all trash. I'm sure they're great. Right? People put the time into this. But there's so much of it now. It's overwhelming. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've got to say the first one was really good. Didn't play the second one. Vampire Survivors. That did really well, didn't it? Weirdly enough. Neverwinter was... do you know what? This was released on the PlayStation far too late. It's a dated game, obviously, which is fine, but I think they released it far too late. If they had released that on console a lot earlier, that would have done better. It does well, but it would have done a lot better. And the same applies to... oh my god, my brain has stopped. New World. New World chased a very, very popular trend, MMORPGs, and they kept it very, very linear within its own right, which was great for people that haven't played MMOs, not so much for people that have, because obviously you've seen it all before. Their problem wasn't their game design, their problem was their release. What happened after that is irrelevant, but their release could have been a far better experience for them and everybody else if they'd have done the one thing that MMOs should do in 2020 plus, and that is any MMO that comes out right now needs to be on console 2 on release, because the consoles can handle it and console players now know what they are. So if you bring out a new MMO and all the PlayStation and Xbox players are sitting there going, is it on console? And they go, no, sorry. They switch off the genre. Switch off. They've got access to it. Don't fuck it up. Remember when people said that New World was going to kill ESO? Yeah, of course it wasn't. It was never going to do that. It was a different design. Any game that is a different design to ESO doesn't stand a chance defeating it because people like it for what it is. Hey, Zone Ninjas. Gold Dragon, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Shame turning off the servers next year. Yeah, they are. And I mean, I'm not laughing at it because of what it is. Just laughing because of the prod. Like Dune, just lost interest. No, Dune's completely different. Dune, they were in a relatively decent place when they released it. And it had some teething problems. Fair enough, it's going to. It's very different technology-wise as to what they were used to. But they were riding off the back of what they'd already had, which was 2 decent Conan games, even though one of them was full of bugs. And they got greedy, in my opinion. They got to a point where they needed to add some more stuff, sure. But they got greedy, and the way that they sated that greed was to be hungry enough to go into a crowd full of people that were throwing food at them. i.e. ideas, feedback. Feedback was taken the wrong way. Instead of listening and going, thank you for your feedback, and then deciding what to do with that, they decided that because people are shouting, they have to do as they say. And when they did what they said, they broke so many fucking things that they had in place. Deep Desert got destroyed by moving that bar for PvE, 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 and then fucked it. And that wrecked not only their code, but the player base. And now they're trying to claw it back. It's too late. And now that they're going to do testing on console, no faith. If they're going to do testing on console when they already announced a release for it coming soon when it first came out, they haven't got a fucking clue. It means they broke it too much and now they don't know what to do. More the lack of console release for me just puts me off when people on the platform that had a year advantage. I mean, it's not necessarily an advantage because, I mean, you're not really in competition with a complete stranger on the internet on a different platform to you. However, I mean, that's only relevant if you're a content creator and you want to make content you don't have a PC. But they did too many things to start with and then too many things over the last year that they have actually fucked it. The game was amazing. The game was fucking fantastic. One of the best games I've ever played. Thematically and even lore-wise, even though they told a slightly different story, they did a very, very good job of making you feel like you were in the Dune universe. It was fucking brilliant. But the features that they tried to add didn't make sense eventually. They broke rules that the world and the lore and all the rest of it wouldn't normally break. And now they've got something that they can't necessarily fix overnight, and releasing that on console is not happening anytime soon. There's no fucking chance. Kest, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Lost interest in Dune now, unfortunately. I had 5 Conan servers and 2 Dune servers. I was part of the creator program. I did remove myself from it because of my own reasons, due to which I also shut down my servers. Not because we fell out, because we did not. But I couldn't support something that was consistently disappointing the players that were supporting me while I maintained a server for them. That was the short version of it. I was responsible for servers that I was hosting. The community was enjoying it. And every time they made a fuck up, I had to go sit there and go, sorry. And it was just too much. So, left it. And that all started in a deep desert. As soon as people didn't like the PvP side of it and said it's not fair, they can't get their resources, you know, the anti-Eve player type people, that's when they ruined it. Dune had a very good balance to start with in the early days of a mixture between PvE and PvP danger zone. Like, that is where there's no rules. Yeah, but can't you just add one rule? No. Can't you just no. Well, you're bad then. Oh, no, don't call me bad. No. Well, okay, we'll add some PvE. Yeah. It's not enough though, is it? Isn't it? No, it's not enough. Move the line, make it so that we can cheese it, so we can get all the resources we want by just going over the line and come back again, going over the line, come back again. Okay. But what about the sand? Don't matter. Don't care about the sand. We'll just buy it. Okay, brilliant. Now can you give us some more resources? What do you want? We want all the stuff that's over there, but over here. Yeah, but that's not really fair, is it? Well, we won't play anymore then. Oh, okay. Well, we'll do it just once. He fucked it. Absolutely fucked it. EVE Online. If you go into any system, someone can shoot you. There's punishments for it, but anyone can shoot you. And then in the nullsec areas, no one's going to shoot them. It's dead zone. You're out there. You're on your own. Well, the Deep Desert was supposed to be that. And the fact that they changed it because of all the tiers meant that they were never really going to have full creative control over their own product. They tailored it for a certain audience. That particular audience liked it. The audience that wanted to manipulate that didn't like it, and they listened to them instead. And that is what I would predict, not necessarily state. I would predict that that is not ever going to land on console. Not played 7 days in ages though, but that was a decent game when I last played it. I've got a server on 7 days at the moment through G-Portal as a G-Portal partner. Put G-Portal in the chat. If you want your own server, click the button, you'll get 10% off. I'm going to say that although that has been out since, what, 2013? Banging, dude. I stuck another couple of mods on there today. It's doing really well. And they got taken over by another company, as every other company is. Whether that means it's going to kick the bucket or not, who knows. But as it stands, at least on our own server, it's going really well. People come in and out all the time and get to shoot them. It's great. I don't like the fact that land claim completely protects your base, although it is really funny when people run past and get shot. Because the rule is they can't hit your base, but you can shoot them. Feels a little bit deep desert-y. But if you make it so land claims don't protect you, technically speaking, it's just yours, then you could make a valid PvP server out of it. It's not too bad. And there's a lot of mods on it. Absolutely fucking tons. This was good. And again, I'm highlighting a game that's been remade that was already good in the first place. I'm not highlighting one of these. What the fuck is this? Barbie Horse Trails. No. No. I pass. Maybe I should play that on stream one day. Sponsorship. Sounds like Call of Duty every year, though they make a decent game, then all the keyboard warriors complain they don't have any advantage anymore, so they change it. Yeah, exactly that. Stop catering to the cries and create your product. Create something that you enjoy. Create something that you hope other people will enjoy. And if they don't, accept the fact they don't. This potting around trying to change everything, shaving off the fucking corners every 5 seconds so somebody doesn't get hurt, that ruins the games. Because you've already hit the target audience in the first place. And if you didn't, maybe just made a shit game. Stop trying to save everything. There is a line where you should, and there's a line where you shouldn't, and most people step over the one you shouldn't. It's too much. Just group shit people with shit people. Yeah. I mean, COD is... I will still state, unfortunately, I did enjoy Modern Warfare 2, even though it was a lazy fucking name, because you already had Modern Warfare 2. And anyone that doesn't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I will say that I enjoyed it during beta, but then it got hacked to fuck, so it got ruined. But I will still state there has not been a good, not playable, good COD game since World at War. And then we'll find out how long people have been playing the game. Because the rest are just fucking reskins. They really are. At this point in time, based on the technology that we've got, make a base game and add packs to it. That's all you need to do. You don't need to sell a new one every year. Because you're just reinventing the wheel all the time. You're constantly recycling fucking development companies, kicking people out all the time, pretending that they've got to work, but they don't. They're just there for like a year. And it's too busy, move. Just make a decent product and just layer it on top year after year. If toxic among themselves and let everyone else enjoy it. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If, let's say, for example, we're back in, I don't know, the fucking 90s. And you're standing outside Games Workshop. I'm going to use that as an example. And you collect Warhammer figures and you paint them and all the rest of it. I do. Check out my social media, you'll see. And the people in the shop see the twats go past. They're going to be called twats because they're making fun of the nerds. Hey, paint them figures, fuck. And they walk off again. All right, fuck them. But they're not doing that. The devs aren't doing that. They're not saying fuck them. Because we've got our people here that like this. Our product, our target audience. They're going, hey, we want them too. So they play rap music really fucking loud in the shop to get them in. Stop. Stop it. They have something they like. I'm sure whoever's creating that for them has their target audience. Keep yours at the same time. Ghost was the best COD game ever played. Disagree. Would you like me to tell you why? Just like COD Black Ops because they can call it COD Blops. Black Ops was decent. Like I said, some of them were decent, but there hasn't been a good one since World at War. They took away the tank bombs and everything. You had tanks in multiplayer. It was great. Do you want me to tell you why? Hello, motherfucker. Do you want me to tell you why Ghost was shit? And I'm gonna jab at the story mode because I do like the stories. They're pretty good. But I'm gonna jab at the story mode. And then, again, what is all this? This was not as good as it looks, by the way. Most Warhammer games, and I'm a massive Warhammer fan. Most Warhammer games get the wrong developers and they're poo. Some are really good, but most are poo. Slayer, you ready for this? Best COD was Call of Duty 3. Just simple, no gimmicks, just shoot each other. I see where you're going with it. I don't completely disagree. World at War was a bit later. But World at War, I think, is when they got it right. This one online was really, really popular at the time after Modern Warfare 1 or 2. And it was a good timeline to make a game about. The story was decent. Veteran difficulty was also good. Not only that, you could play it co-op as well. And it was just a really, really good time for COD. 3 is the best one. Story was great and online was great all the way back to Xbox 360. Do you know what? Arguably, at the same time, I would say that Medal of Honor did well then as well. You have a point but corporate is controlled by hungry motherfuckers and they want everyone's money. That's what we've been talking about the whole stream. Slayer, I'm going to tell you why Ghosts was shit. What the fuck is his name? Reese or something? What's the dog's name? Tell me something called Reese. Braggy. Always get clowned for saying World at War is the best COD. Glad someone shares the opinion. Dude, what did it have for offer? It had so many different modes of play within the same storyline. Obviously, you had the black cat scene. You had the different biomes, obviously, from going from one country to another. You had lots of different actors in there as well, which is pretty good. You had the 2 different sides. You had all the different difficulties, which you could do co-op with, and it saved it as well. Proper scenes from what you would have learned in school and probably watched in cinema as well as having actors from the cinema. They had a secret mode that you unlocked, and people weren't on the internet anywhere near as much back then, so they didn't look it up, they didn't know. They were just surprised when they finally completed it and unlocked zombies. What the fuck? That was cool as hell. And it had online as well, which you had vehicles and you could blow each other up. It was great. As World War II game was not great, but had a good story. What? World at War? No, it was really good. Medal of Honor was good as well, though, back then. So, Slayer. What the fuck was the dog's name? I can't remember what it's called. Fuck me. Because of an R, I'm sure of it. No, Call of Duty World War II. Oh, that! I thought you meant Modern War. What the fuck was it called? World at War. Dog name was Riley. I knew it began with a fucking R. Here's the thing. Dear Riley. He's a stealth dog. He's a stealth dog. World at War's a masterpiece? Agreed. Riley has one of those velociraptor things from Jurassic Park on his head where he can communicate with his buddies, right? And he can run into a field, all sneaky, because dogs can be quite quiet when they run, right? And attack someone and kill them in silence. When was the last time you watched a fucking Alsatian, German Shepherd, whatever the fuck that thing was, kill someone quietly? Dogs growl and absolutely savage their prey when they are killing them. You can't stealth kill with a fucking Alsatian. It's a police dog. They're not quiet. They are made to be yappy as fuck. And they do yap. They yap like shit. Neighbor used to have them around all the time. Yeah, the Hidden Blade. Airborne was decent, but the best war game I've played is probably Hell's Highway. I don't think I've played it. Hello, Zai. Zelly, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I had a beer with him the other day. Covers Dogs to Noodles Ears. Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway is possibly the greatest World War II game ever made. I still say I like not Modern Warfare, Medal of Honor. I think the first one and the second one I played a lot. Look at this shit. Blood Bowl. See, again, decent, but old. We're going through the store just for the fuck of it and talking about games and how games are not created with a passion so much anymore. Not so much creativity being delivered as a creative medium and saying, would you like to buy it? It's now just factory tuned to shit to capture as much trend fodder as possible, and the lastability is down. Like, people don't make games to deliver you something that's good anymore. Rarely. They want you to buy it and then dump it and then buy something else. It's too quick. He was a good dog. I'm sure he was, but he wasn't quiet. They arcaned up all the games. Oh, they fucking did. It's included. Deus Ex, again, older game. When people gave a shit about being unique and creating something for them and then delivering it to you to see if you like it or not. Because that's what you do, isn't it? If you're a chef, you make something. You're like, hey, I made this thing. Hopefully you like it. If you don't, all right, fuck it. But I do. Rather than, okay, everyone in the restaurant, you tell me what should be done with the next meal. You tell me the recipe, even though you're not chefs. Tell me the recipe. And then they make up all this shit. And it's terrible. And they eat it. And it's terrible. And they blame you. Welcome to games. Bear in mind, before anyone gets confused, I love the shit out of games. I'm just sad at the state of it at the moment. The recipe is beer and cake. This is true. Put it in the chat. Was talking about the last night with Taff. I just wanted something really chill to play and I couldn't find anything. And you're doing exactly what I do now. You go into the store, you're like, oh, I've got loads of games on the store. Some are expensive, some are not expensive. That's what Ben sounds like. He doesn't. Maybe I'll... No. Maybe I'll... No. Press on it? No. And by the time you've done that, it's bedtime. I shit you not, you can scroll through the entire store and not press a single button. Not because you decided not to press anything and weren't planning to, but because you've gone through it all and now you're completely overwhelmed with all the choices you don't know what the fuck to do. You actually get stifled with choice. And it's not because it's not a good thing either. There's a lot of shit. But there's just... If I do this, I won't miss anything. And imagine this, right? There's 50 developers there, maybe 50 indie developers that have got their name on a list, really excited that they might sell their game. 20,000 games went on Steam last year. 20,000. you have time to know 20,000 games? I played a metric fuck ton of games, but I never played 20,000. What the fuck? Look, watch me dismiss several different developers, not intending to, but this is how easy it is. They ain't getting a game played. Ended up playing the Hospital of Nostalgia's sake. Theme Hospital! Dude, Theme Hospital is fantastic. So was Theme Park. The Ben voice, I'm dying. Hey Zio, freaking coolness accidentally Easter egging the music tracks on COD Zombies. You should. I mean, there are games now where you can design monsters, weapons, even worlds. I mean, like creating, but if I am creating the game visuals for the devs, I would like to get paid for it, not the other way around. Indeed. That's where it's got to. There's not a lot that you would deliberately invest your time in, and that is what, even as a streamer, it becomes very, very difficult to start a stream sometimes, because you're like, right, well, I don't want to play the game I'm playing all the time, because people see it all the time, and I want to play something else, at least for my own headspace, and you're like, what should I do next? And you're like, fuck. And that's what happens. It's mad. Unless you play the most popular thing, which is already oversaturated with paid sponsorships. I've had them as well, but they're oversaturated with that, with sponsorships where people do it for one day, the numbers are in the thousands, and they're going to dump it tomorrow anyway. It's a case of, hey, 20,000 people are watching that one stream, let's all buy that game, and then they don't play it no more. Part and parcel of it, I understand, but it's that quick get in, and not enough attention paid to your product as a creative medium. It's not like, hey, this is really good, we really enjoy it, hope you do too. Now, bear in mind, Zos has used those words many, many times before, and for a long time, they meant that. And I hope they still do, but it's a shady year. Still have the words doctor needed in my head. What the fuck? That's a good one. Theme Hospital was really good. Calling me out like that, a little bit. Are you excited for the Wolf Mummy Verona getting a Prime on April 9th? The Wolf Mummy? Are you talking about Warframe? Dude, I'm excited for any Primes. I still remember... Yeah, I am. I still remember when Frost had his first fucking Prime. I remember that. Because obviously that was very, very early game. And when Nova finally got theirs, my brother went ape shit when Nova got a Prime. I shit you not, it sat there on the market. It was like 50 quid. And we're all sitting there going, oh my god, £50. £50. I'm going to be farming that forever. I can't pay £50 for a Prime. And he's like, hi. And he just turns up, stands in front of you. Have you got Nova Prime? Yeah. Did you farm it? No, bought it. That's 50 quid. Yeah, no fucks. He didn't give a shit. He was like, I'm fucking having it. So yeah, Prime's a bang. I fucking love the Primes. Neverwinter Nights. Neverwinter again. I explained this earlier because we've already been past this part of the list. They were released on console way too late. Still a fantastic game though. A game I cannot explain why I love it and I find it incredibly fun is The Isle. I can't say I played it. But you'll find going through these lists, you'll highlight one and go, oh, I remember that. That was good. And all the rest of them, you're just blank. I will state that the feel for this game, Vermintide, at least in the lobby, was quite good. But the actual action of it and playing the game and everything, the mechanics and all that kind of shit, sorry, but you failed. Warhammer games, I really want to enjoy. I'm a huge Warhammer nerd. Back into it again, finally. I really want to enjoy their games. 95% of their games are done, in my opinion, by the wrong developers. That could have been really good. Especially following the Skaven story from Shadow of the Horned Rat many years ago, which, by the way, still holds up and is one of the best Warhammer games that has ever been out. Even better, in my opinion, than Dawn of War. Just waiting for Fable 4 now, really. Never played Fable, I'm going to be honest. I never played them. I watched my mate play them on the sofa when he had an Xbox years and years ago, and I just couldn't get into them in comparison to other RPGs. But the new one looks a bit more, and I'm going to get shit for saying this, it looks a bit more generic, and I think that's probably a good thing. Maybe not so much for the people that have been playing it, though, and that might be the problem. If they change it too much, you lose your audience. That's when it'll go... So don't do that. If you're doing it for the sake of trend, don't do that. Keep it as it should be. Genj, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You never done Fable either? No, I couldn't get into it. It wasn't the style of play that I liked, so I didn't play it. And that's fine. It doesn't make it shit. It just means I don't like it. Gotta go to sleep. Should have been like an hour ago, but got swept up in game discussion. Tony Silver, thank you for watching. Massively appreciate being cake in the chat. If you're not following the amazing Tony Silver yet, you make sure you do so. She will be back on camera and voice and everything as soon as possible. We have shit to deal with the solicitors while she's stuck in Austria, but hopefully we can get that visa dealt with very, very soon. Money's there to pay for it. They just got to press the fucking button, and it's give us more documents stuff. We've given them fucking everything, I think, but it's just long. What's this? Sweetheart Empire. Look at this shit. What is this? Why? Skip. Next. And it put me back to the top of the list. Of course it does. We could skip so many games just by waiting for it to load. Give me that game, please. When no one's looking. Darksiders. Again, older game. Fantastic. Any games that are copy and paste or have a release every single year, I think need to be down to now a base game and then just add DLCs. Even if you added 2 DLCs a year at half the price of a full product and you still made your money that way, it would be fine. People wouldn't be mad about having to add more stuff to it because they wouldn't have to keep uninstalling the old one, reinstalling the new one. Or still wanting to play the old one, but feel like they can't because there's a new one. Why don't you consolidate that? The old with the new. Keep this layer on top of it. You've got the technology to do so. Same should happen to FIFA and any other sports game as well. You've been able to do player transfers for fucking years. You can add upgraded graphics to features and shit. No problem whatsoever. You should get an OnlyFans simulator. I think that's what that was. Okay, bye. Spray bottle. Feet pics. Fucking I wouldn't be surprised if it exists. I wouldn't be surprised. Feet pic simulator. OnlyFans simulator. Oh my god, probably. Crown Wars. See, shit like that. If I was 17, 18, I picked that up off the shelf for Dreamcast or something, it would look alright, wouldn't it? Like, oh, I'm going to try that. But now, because there's so much hype and trend above, like, 10 titles that all feel like they're the fucking same, or at least have the same audience, all this stuff gets lost. I mean, this is obviously going to get lost, because I don't know what the fuck this is. And that's not a jab at anything anime, fuck's sake. I mean, if you look at half the games I've played, most of them actually are considered anime. Just that this is all over the place. Star Trek Legends, no thanks. Rogue Book, that did well. This one here, that started off okay, but that was a bit funky. The controls were a bit crap. You'd only stream for Tony, of course, obviously. I fell into FIFA Money Trap for far too many years. Such a waste. See, there you go. Because by the time you spent all your money on it, they release another one next year. So imagine this, right? Imagine Elder Scrolls Online. You spend all your crowns and all your houses and all your stuff and everything, and then you don't get to keep it unless you want to still play it because the new one is out, and now you got to buy it all there instead. Now here's the conundrum. Here's the predicament that you're stuck in. The dilemma. Play the old one with the old stuff that nobody else is playing, but still keep it because you enjoy it and spent money on it. Or play the new one because everybody else is, and now you've got friends to play with. And that is what they do with games. They make you dump the old one, but they also make you invest too much time and money in it. So make a base one, add a DLC every fucking year if you have to. Only money trap I've ever run into is WoW, and I've been playing the damn thing since 4 months after it came out. What's 20 years? Roughly $8.99 adds up. Yes, it does. I used to play 5 accounts on EverQuest. Don't even fucking speak to me about subscriptions. I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean, you'll pay more for fucking Netflix now just to get rid of the adverts. That's a con as well. Disney, £5 a month. Great. Oh, but there's adverts now. But I pay. Yeah, but now you gotta pay more if you don't want adverts. What the fuck? Make it up as they go along. That should have been in the clause at the beginning. I wonder how many people rang them up and was like, hey, you didn't put that in the clause at the beginning? Ah, shit. Okay, you can keep it. No adverts for you. Do it. It might work. They might just ban you from it. This kind of stuff. Look at it. It looks like Gauntlet. To the untrained eye, to any gamer, a proper gamer, not one that just plays Fortnite. Nothing wrong with Fortnite, but if you just play Fortnite, it's the only thing you've ever played, you are lacking experience in other stuff. Broaden your horizons a little bit. Have a look around. But old school, you'd look at this and you go, ooh, like a magazine, PlayStation magazine or something. Oh, that looks quite good. That isn't going to get looked at. No one's looking at it. Is it too busy playing fucking Arc Raiders or whatever it is? It's pretty good. Not anything you haven't seen before, though. We've been past this already. Have to have a YouTube Premium as a must. Dude, the fuck, I YouTube as a living, right? As well as Twitch. I watch a lot of stuff on there while I'm off stream. Especially Warhammer battles and stuff when I'm painting and all that kind of shit. And the fucking adverts are relentless right now. It's not the people's fault who have the videos. Obviously, they've got to make a living. It's all part of it. But my God, have they stuck them in for long, long adverts now. Proper bad ones. Table of Tales, no thanks. Risen Titan Lords, that was a very bad effort title there. I don't mean title, I mean cover. Do you press on games based on the cover? What the fuck is this? Heart of The Heart of Influencer. What the shit? Monster Road Trip, that looks fun. Dark Quest 3, you stopped trying. You just stopped, there was 2 more. Again, I'm not trying to slate developers and stuff directly, or independent ones especially, but this gets lost so quickly because there's too much. I was shocked at the amount of ads. I was shocked. Fable series was very good. Good. I do have Gloomhaven downloaded, but not got around to playing it yet. See, that's the problem. You press it, it downloads, you don't play it. It's fucking Lumberjack Lumberjack's Dynasty. He is loving it, isn't he? What is this? Stream. You can read it. You can read it. Streamer Simulator. Everyone in the world has the ability, if they have the internet and a console, to just press go. That doesn't make you a streamer, by the way. That just makes you live. And now they've got a simulator for it with purple hair and cat ears. Brilliant. So they're trying to sell you the fact that you have to be a character online. Hi. I've got the 500 games on my stream. Oh, you got 400. Hate to think how many games I haven't played off there. Same for me, dude. I used to have a shelf full, absolutely full of fucking PlayStation games that I'd not had the time to play. Now you look at lists like this, they're fucking madness. And you'll never install most of them. You'll never even remember the name of most of them. And the problem isn't that these exist. The problem is that they can be released too quickly, obviously, because there's too many to go through. And unfortunately, people don't get a fair share of airspace, airtime, if you like, as far as gaming communities are concerned. No one will know they're there. But over top of that, because there's so much glory hunting with the trend shout, the trend kind of shoving now, pushing you into, you must do this, otherwise it's not a good game. And they all end up being the same anyway. This shit gets swallowed up. Costume Quest, the must be a must-get game, indeed. Goonies become devs, 100%. It's fucking mad. Beastie Bay, that looks fun. Now, you'd play that on Nintendo, wouldn't you? Metal Max, that is definitely not even close to taking that from Mad Max. Metal Max Xeno Reborn. I hope it's really good, because your title was shit. Not everybody's creative. Maybe they're just really, really good at coding and the game is great, but the visuals and the title is poo. Look at this. I'm not going to press on it because I go back. I was punch line. I thought they said punch me. I was like, that doesn't look right. Punch me. And she's fucking just showered. Oh dear. What is wrong? Cat Quest. Need it. Definitely need it. Thanks for streaming, Zane. Gotta run. Thank you for watching, Cass. Much appreciated. Bit and cake in the chat for anyone who wins or leaves. Oh, God. Anime Girls Fantasy Desire. Wartar. That looks kind of cool. Warhammer figures up against each other, beating each other in the face. But it's not. It's different figures. I had a game like that fucking years ago. Punch Me sounds like a CP redeem. I had a game years ago, and I can't remember what the fuck it was called. It's for PlayStation 3. And you had a board on the floor with cards on them. And the camera would view the cards and be able to scan it to make them appear on the screen. So your camera would put what it can see on the screen, which is your board. And when it targeted these cards on the screen, the 3D characters would stand up on the board and punch each other. And I can't remember what the hell it was called, but it was fantastic. It was one of those moments where technology was like, oh, we can do that. And they did. And I've not seen much of that since. I mean, I'm sure it exists, but I can't remember what it was fucking called. That was when you bought physical games. Pony Simulator? Yeah, you can be a pony. I'm assuming. I don't know. I haven't downloaded it. Was it Camo or something like that? It wasn't. Oh, man. I'm going to Google it because I can't fucking remember. And I'm not playing a game at the moment, so I don't have to really concentrate on pressing buttons. This is going to be obscure as fuck. Card game on PS3 with camera. How about that? Eye of Judgment. Bang. Straight to the back of the net. Done. That's what it was called. I'll give you a link for it. Copy link. Here we go. Dude, that's a very long link. Does it work? It does. Click that. That game was way ahead of its time. And there hasn't been much in the way of that since. I remember iToy for the PS2. That was what it was riding off the back of. It was the new camera for the PS3 after that had obviously gone. That was where you had the punchy games. You had stuff flying at you. Dark Quest. They have got 3 of them, you know. They successfully released 3 on PlayStation. I mean, that is successful, right? Well done. Technically, you've hinted at Hero Quest there, or nodded to it. But they've managed to get 3 different games on the PlayStation.
Hey,
but did you know they
listen.
existed? Who said hey, listen? Aldrin, how you doing? Let's hope these no Welsh farmer simulators, them poor digital sheep. They're not real. That doesn't matter. Cat Quest, oh my god. Operation Osaka, whatever that is. That looks very much like... So Metal Gear Solid, Devil May Cry, and Resident Evil type visual they've gone for there. The title screen at least, or the cover. Of those unknown gems off console, as you know, my favorite game in the GameCube is Eternal Darkness. In a lot of ways, that also was ahead of its time. Yeah, but the problem is now you want to play a game that everybody else is playing. And that's the trouble. People don't want to play the game by themselves anymore because they've got too much access to other people online. It's too easy to interact with others. So what they want to do is find one that everybody else is playing so they don't feel like they're on their own when you're not bored of it, basically. SOCOM Navy SEALs need a remaster. Fantastic game. Good choice, Taff. That one is correct. I mean, I'm skipping over these, but look at it on a broader scale. A group of people, regardless of how many or how little there are in that group, words are hard today, that is a full development there. That is potentially a studio or office or bedroom where lots and lots of people have spent loads and loads of time to create, program, and release a game to get it onto PlayStation Store, and now it's just going to get ignored. That's sad. And not just that, I don't mean that one game, I mean all of them. There's too many. Played the Legacy of Kain remasters and they are great. I mean the originals are great, so the remasters should be good. I think it just reinforces that nostalgia. And I like it when they remaster stuff and keep the bugs in. Because it's raw and it's one of those things you go for. If you're new to stuff like that, like you're new to a remaster, let's call it that, and you've never played the original, and you find a bug, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe it didn't even fix this bug. But if you've played them originally, you go looking for them to see if it's still there, because that is where that kick comes from. They did it with Oblivion. Grand Ages Medieval. Nope. Then just randomly chuck in Assassin's Creed Chronicles. I liked Space Hulk on PS1. Great fun. First Diablo. Dude, I'm glad you said that, because I've been desperately trying to find another good Space Hulk game. And guess what? Since the PlayStation 1 version of Space Hulk, which was also on PC, I believe, they have failed. They haven't had a good one since. They've tried first person, they've tried three-quarter top-down view, they've tried all sorts. And since the first one, they haven't got a better one. And the same applies to their real-time strategy games. If you don't include Total War, because that was a fucking match made in absolute heaven. That was so good, right? If they were ever going to get anything right, it was going to be that. Total War and Warhammer doing this, well done. But outside of that, Shadow of the Horned Rat and Dark Omen were fantastic games. Dawn of War 1, very good. The original Space Hulk, very good. Since then, most of them are shit. Kooky, 91 months on the bounce. You're an absolute legend, Face. Thank you very much indeed. Bit and Cake in the chat. How you doing, dude? Welcome in. That is the author to my add-on. Yes. Over 100,000 downloads. And we've got to change some stuff too, because I'm changing the updated versions of the All About Mechanics guide. So that will be squashier for the guides in game even. Hype train, let's go. Still waiting for Chivalry 2 and the Lord of the Rings crossover. Dude, that would be great. Chivalry is fantastic. That is Really, really cheap, get in, smack stuff, log off. You can't beat that, right? Any game that wants to implement deathmatch will be somewhat successful somewhere. And that one is perfect. You don't even have to be good at it. Because even if you are good at it, you're still going to get splattered anyway. Where was I going with the other game? Warhammer games, yeah. Shadow of the Horned Rat is very underappreciated and one of the best games they ever released. Not only was it lore hungry, it was just full of fucking information. And chasing, depending on which way you went, different stories as well was kind of fun. It felt like you were actually in a Warhammer world. It did make you feel like you were there, especially with the caravan dude that kept giving you missions and shit. And you get to upgrade them as you go. It was just fun. And also you could put the CD in your CD player and play the music. Not that anybody did that, except for me. And the second one was good as well. Outside of that, they've not brought out too many good games. They've got some better ones recently. 100 bits because you can. Thank you very much indeed. Much appreciated. 8,800 of the bits goal. What a legend. Again, a couple of the recent ones have been quite good. Space Marine 2 was a very, very good game, but even then, oh man, it was the World War Z guys, wasn't it? Visuals were great. Cinematics, spot on. Combat in single player, spot on. Once you get into multiplayer, pretty damn good. But the load times, oh my fucking face. The load times to get into a PvP scenario, terrible. Absolutely terrible. I felt like I was in the fucking 90s. So they finally released a bloody good game from the Games Workshop kind of franchise, and then they just failed miserably at the load times. Everything else in it is great. The game itself is brilliant. But fuck me, did I shut that down several times because I couldn't be bothered to wait. I don't mean, oh, you're impatient. I mean, it was long. Like, proper long. Same goes for Darktide as well. Good game. Didn't feel quite as Warhammery as the rest of them because obviously it's a bit vagabond type. Loads of ragtag guys in a tunnel somewhere trying to beat up people. It's decent, but the load times on that were fucking horrendous too. Hello, Design Ninjas. Clown Prince, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Dude, I'm scrolling through the PlayStation store talking shit about games. That's it. There's a lot that I like, but I don't like the current state of games, and that is the greedy corporate, make everything exactly the same, flash in a pan, sell it, and then dump it. Because that's what's happening, and people are falling for it left, right, and center, and it's exhausting. Sinclair Spectrum was much faster than that. You're not wrong. Look at this. What the fuck is it? King's Tower now. Final Fantasy, whatever that is, 15. All these are just going to get skipped. They're full games. Sounds like me on Xbox. I do it all the time, dude. This one keeps popping up all the time. What the fuck is this? Son of a beach anime girls. Why? I mean, each to their own. I'm not going to kink shame you or anything, but my fucking god. Just go and buy a fuck. You don't need to buy it. Just go look up porn. What is this? All these multiple different versions of them. I'm hoping that people do know these, because they probably do. But for me, I'm just going to skip them. I mean, if that is them catering to their target audience, great. But that one definitely is not for me. What was the name of that? Oh, you want to know? Rewind the stream, and then no one will find out that you did it. Because if I continue the conversation, they'll know who I'm talking to. We'll pretend. I won't even say your name. Oh dear. Cyberpunk City Tycoon. Dark Quest 4. They had 4 of them. See, these types of things. They had Orcs Must Die. Anyone ever play that? Kuki has probably noted it down. Kuki has. Speaking of the devil, he's there. Have you played Orcs Must Die? And this is a prime example of the sad state that games are in, right? I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I played the most recent one as well, whenever that was released, 3 years ago. I fucking loved it. It was brilliant. One of those, get loads of traps, kill them before they kill you type shit, and get a score. And then I tried to play it online. Crickets. No one's playing it. And not because nobody likes it, but because they're forced to just play the top 10 games and that's it, so they don't get looked at. They get looked at for 5 minutes, and then everything else takes your time away. And that's the trouble. Finding multiplayer games, there's loads of multiplayer games, but finding multiplayer games that people are playing long term, that can keep up with your attention span of it, is fucking rough. And better off playing single player, I guess. But even then, everyone wants an audience for it, so what can you do? You can't play a single player game on stream because people keep telling you what to do. I've tried it. The backseaters that went on YouTube to find out something to come in to tell you the thing that they know. Oh dear. I will say some of the single player games I did really enjoy. Well, not that recent. I mean, within the last, I was going to say 10 years, but I think it's like 15 now. How old is Super Meat Boy? Those games are fucking fun. Like, just no fucks. Fun. Puzzles and death. This, I mean, this has all got its own target audience. I'm sure people do play the fuck out of them. And do you know what? To some extent, that's absolutely fine, because that's exactly what I was saying earlier. If this isn't for me, good. It's for somebody else. Except the porno stuff. I don't understand why we need games like that. Well, at least not on the PlayStation fucking store. Put them on a dodgy website instead. Except for Kooky. Kooky can have them. Fortnite Brick Life. Lego. Let's go. And that's why I like indie developers more than AAA at the moment. Regardless of some of the really obscure stuff. It's because they're making their own product. Their own creation based on what they like, and they're just hoping you do too. That process for game development has gotten lost in recent years. For AAA stuff, at least. You probably write them down. Dude, you can slow motion the stream if you want and just take a picture of each one. They are funny. And again, all these are things that you would never even fucking hear of mainstream. You wouldn't even know they were there. You have to browse through them, and 9 times out of 10 you'll do exactly what I'm doing, which is go through them all because you didn't want to miss any, and then not download anything. I do it all the time. It's terrible. What the fuck is this? That hasn't even got a title. Good job. The Dwarves. Fair enough. There's a lot of same though. That is risky. It's because they can't get past the age verification, probably. Titan Quest. Throne Quest. The Wizards. I'd play that. Under the Jolly Roger. Kooky. You don't want that one. Titan Quest is also one of my favorites. I think you might be lying. Under the Jolly Roger. Sounds like a fucking really dodgy movie. Wild Arms 1, 2, and 3. See, I don't mind seeing stuff. Like, when they've got like 3 of them, you know they've been moderately successful. Or they've already just got loads and loads of money and they can afford to pump them out anyway. We got to the bottom of the list, I think. I can't actually go down any further. I can't see what these bottom ones are. These are the X-rated hidden ones. You're not allowed to see these. Cat games. And that was just in fantasy. RPG. Where's the PlayStation stuff? Collections, classics. We've got to check out the classics because that's where the games are. That's where the good stuff is. Valorant Night Market. We get the Night Market this week. Dear oh dear. It's like 2B version of games. Pretty much. Where has it gone? PlayStation 5, PlayStation Pro, free to play. See, this is where they get you as well. There's fucking... It's always the same stuff. Played it. Played it. This is really, really fucking doing well. Didn't like Siege. Didn't like Rocket League. Apex can fuck off. Sims, I'm shit at Sims. Warframe, fantastic. Valorant, bleh. Marvel Rivals, no. Love Marvel, don't like the game. War Thunder didn't do too bad. War Thunder was alright. Destiny. I have a love-hate relationship with that one. Sometimes I really, really like it and sometimes I don't. I've watched No. I enjoyed that when it first came out, I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck is this? First Descendant, of course. Black Desert with Guns. Asphalt Legends. While driving on the grass. Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil Revelations even. It's not terrible. This is being free as a fucking... Do you know what? It wasn't originally. It's not one of those free to-play games that was always free. That is decent. Pick that up. Path of... I know Path of Exile 2 is very, 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 very sought after and popular and everything, but... pick up one. It's fucking free. Smite 2, didn't get on with. Even here, you're sport for choice. I've scrolled down now and missed several. I'm off, awakened... Oh, not awakened. A knackered. Is that what they're supposed to be? Anna Carrad. He's knackered. And stuff. Have a good stream. Sorry, it's a quick one. Where the fuck did they get to? Quick stop in Night Ninjas. Laters, dude. Thank you for watching. Bit of cake in the chat for anyone who wins or leave the stream. Smite 1 I did play. Took me a while to get into that. Planet Side, now we're talking. I don't even know what the fucking population is like in this game now, because it's been out for about 20 years. 1 was phenomenal. That was the biggest multiplayer group of people I ever saw prior to EVE. 2 was decent, but I stopped playing it. Now I don't know where it is. No idea. This stuff, hot shit. Why? Because older games are better. They are. There's not many recent, really, really good ones. And I know people are going to say Crimson Desert and all the rest of it. Dating stories! How tragic. Cities hacked. Fantasy beauties. Frozen. Let's get some of that. 20th century beauties. Lost Lands. That looks epic. Who is this guy? Barbecue. You should download that just for the name. I'll tell you what, one I did download just because it was fun. It was years ago now on PlayStation 3, and that was Ragdoll Kung Fu. If you have never seen it, it's on the PlayStation Store. At least I think it's on Premium. Maybe it's under one of the classics or something, but oh my god, some of the most fun I've ever played. That and Pain. But they never re-released Pain. Pain was quite simple. You had a character of your choice. They were questionably weird, but you basically strapped yourself to a giant catapult and launched yourself, whatever angle and trajectory and all that you wanted, into buildings. It was brilliant. Still was Dune, but it destroyed itself. It did. I went over that in quite a lot of detail earlier in the stream. Probably about 10 minutes in. You'll have to catch that later, Kooky. But yes, that was very good until they decided to cater to the wrong people. And then they ended up with something that they couldn't fix. And they're still trying to fix it. Which is why they're now doing tests for betas and shit like that, or alphas, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, for console. Because instead of it being finished and then just transferred over, they now have to find out whether it will actually work. So that was sad. What on earth is this? Cactus Cowboy Plants at War. That looks fucking fabulous. I bet it's not. Baseball Pro Sport. I mean, if you haven't got any money, you could just press on any of these and just go nuts. I mean, there's no harm in that. But there's too many. My First Gran Turismo. That's a taster. That's not actually a full game. But even here on the free side of things, you could just... That, I tried to download. When I got into it, it said, go and make an account, sign up to that, come back, put your details in, and then you can play. Fuck that. Too much mess. Undefeated. I hope it's good. I hope they're all good. But again, there's just too many. Astrobot. Fantastic. Bunny Raiders. Definitely need that in my life. King's Hustle. It's a gambling one, I think. Galaxy Puzzle. No reason for her to be there whatsoever. Don't know what the fuck she's doing with the cards. Mind you, that's been out since PlayStation 3. Colouring book. Harmless fun. A fucking colouring book. Where have you been all my life? It's not porn either. It's dinosaurs. It's dinosaurs and astronauts. And snakes. We need that. And they aren't carrying a big chip on their shoulder either, going, oh, well, we're not going to be as popular as Fortnite. Good. Make the money from your own target audience and stop trying to get it off of people that don't like your game. Still want the DLC for Stray 2. Or Stray 2 even. I have it. I've never played it. I watched it, and do you know what it reminded me of? And it's not a bad thing. It reminded me of, and this is where you find out how long I've been playing games, Spider on PS1. Do you remember it? Now, I don't mean because of all the missiles and the guns and all that kind of stuff and the robotic parts. I mean the fact that you could put yourself in the body of another creature and they made it function relatively similar movement-wise, as that of the real thing. Spider on PlayStation 1 was fucking amazing. Very, very heavily underrated. Zany as shit, right? You're a spider and you're walking around doing spider stuff, and you do feel like they've got the movement perfect. And as you go through, there's bad guys and shit, and you take off limbs and replace them with metal ones and have guns coming out. Why not? But it was really good. Still got that anthem never took off. Loved that when it came out. Dude, that is a prime example of what I'm talking about. No major creative idea outside of copy and paste what's already there with a different skin on it. Forcibly get it out there as quick as bloody possible. Lap up the hype for a quick fucking sale and then dump. That's a prime example of what I mean. That's the repetitive kind of cycle right now. And MMOs are falling victim to it. The more they swap companies, developers, whatever. It's really, really risky time. Hopefully there's people in those teams that have their brains and understand how this is working outside of the marketing team trying to pull their chain. But that is a prime example of it. You still can't touch Warframe. You just can't. It's been around for like 14 years now. Almost 14 years. They do have community influence. And I said this earlier, in the way that they allow people to help them design some of the frames. Like, some of their ideas. But they don't sit there and go, well, Timmy McFuckface over there, covered in Domino's pizza, because he sneezed. It's gone everywhere. Decided that we should delete that mode, so we have to do it now. And they do it. They don't do that. Only issue I have is to create an account. What for? War Thunder? Yeah, that's what I don't like. If they tell you on your console, press this button to play for free, and then you have to go out of it and sign up somewhere else, that puts me off. That feels mildly shady. It's not, but it just feels like it. Like, if you have to third-party introduce yourself to something that you've just pressed on your convenient platform, it just feels off. Subscriptions. What have we got over here? We were looking for classics earlier. GTA. Poor GTA. Oh dear. Would you like me to explain? GTA 6 will also be one of those flash in a pan releases. GTA 6 will do very well on release day. It will do very well for the first fucking month. And then after that, everyone will just go straight back to GTA Online. GTA Online was so, and it still is, so fucking successful, they didn't expect it to happen, that unless you shift it straight into Part 6 and somehow integrate it, 6 is going to be one of those things people play for the story for a short period of time and then shift back over again. It's too established. They're going to have to do something to mix this in, otherwise that's just going to be bought, played, and dumped. One of the most anticipated games of all time, and the one they've got right now is the one they'll play more. And that's my example again when it came to... That's what I mean earlier when I gave the example of COD. I can say full sentences, honestly. It's been a fucking long day. They're victims to their own success. Because releasing a game every single year is fucking tiring for people to have to keep buying and buying and buying. And if people want to play the one they like the most, that then thins their audience out. And it doesn't make the new one as successful, or it makes you feel like you can't play the game you enjoyed anymore, so then you switch off full stop. Because if you have to keep kind of swapping, I can't be fucked anymore. That happens. So it's either the new one pushes the old one out, or the old one's so good the new one doesn't get looked at. So having a flat base for that game and then just adding stuff on top would be so much better. They could market the shit out of that easy. I mean, look how Warzone went. That's fine. They need to do that with COD. Like the basic COD. And where was I? I still can't find the fucking classics. I was looking for them earlier. Not because I don't know where they are, although I don't, but because I've got lost. Photo mode? What are you? Strike a pose and get close and personal with this collection and games that built in... Oh, they're letting you know which ones have photo mode in them. Just in case you're a digital photographer, i.e. you take screenshots. Monthly pics. Not a lot. 2026 great games. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to have to. Once it finally catches up, because it doesn't look like there's any. The cow is skinny now. Only show I have is... Oh, I read that one already. See, they're struggling. Halo. Fucking. That's the funniest thing to me. Microsoft was so successful that they lost their flagship game to Sony. Maybe we have to open it. So, great games in 2026. One of them is not even available. 2 of them not available. Not available. Not. It's more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them not available. So what's so great about them? And as for this, that's very good, but it's a continuation of something that was already successful. So all of your new ideas are pending. And that's what frustrates people as well. They're like, hey, I got a PlayStation now. I'm going to log in. Right, what's good in 2026? Nothing. It's not out yet. Editor's choice. Reanimal. Reanimal. Claw, you said about sheep earlier. I think you spoke it up. There's a sheep right in the middle there. There he is. Look at him. Sean. Sean the sheep. Again, where the fuck are the classics? Demos? I do like you can download games for demos. That's probably kind of fun. Latest. I need to find the collections, actually. Where's the premium thingy? Online. No. I've been over this list already. There. Premium. Collections. Nostalgia. Green Ranger. Green Ranger is amazing. Anyone that says otherwise doesn't understand Power Rangers. Halo and Doom are holding on from the classics. Here's the thing though. Doom definitely is, because it kept to its original plan and audience. Nothing about that, as far as its reach, has changed, apart from there's more. Okay, it's still catering to the same crowd. So that is why they are successful. Halo is still catering to the same crowd. However, Microsoft fucked up with that one, because while they're so successful, they lost their flagship game to Sony. So you have to be very careful when you look at stuff and go, oh, they're doing really well though, because they just bought that new company. Like, yeah, they did, and then they dumped that. Whoops. I mean, the only reason people play them is because of nostalgia? Not necessarily. The people that haven't played them in the first place that would have done back then are still kind of targets for those games, and they do find the right people. But I haven't played the most recent Halo, I'm going to be honest, because I can't be bothered with it. Because it just... 2 was the best one. Simple as that. 2 was the best one. I don't give a fuck. And since then, it's been a bit... But they do still cater for the same audience, so they do manage to keep them, which is good. Even though their main audience was on Xbox and now PlayStation have it. Mind you, lots of people have both now, don't they? This is the classics one, isn't it? Nostalgia, somehow. Even though that's... They're not that old. Medieval's old. I remember hiring... Well, I didn't hire it, my mate did. I remember my mate hiring this years and years and years ago when it first came out. Because we had PlayStation magazines where you could see a couple of screenshots. We're like, oh, that looks really good. And then we played the fuck out of it for like 2 days. Power Rangers. Shadow of the Beast. That was on a Master System originally, years ago. Rayman Legends. Always wanted to get that. Never did. The original was fantastic. That was on PlayStation 1 as well. This one wasn't, but the original Rayman was. Dragonfall. Interesting. When are they going to reintroduce Speedball? Remember that? This is the wrong list, by the way. This is just hardly anything. Space Marine 2 is not Nostalgic Journey, not classics. We're in the wrong section. On actual classics. Where have we gone? Competitive multiplayer, all these different categories to confuse people. Again, you could go through the categories for hours before you even pick a game. Before you even see a game. This is the one. Shame they never added Driver on one of those lists. I thought they did. I thought they had Driver 1 on there. Remember, there is a niche market that goes for speed runs or games as well, and they try to beat the world records. They do. I actually connected with a streamer that does that kind of stuff for N64 for Mario 64. I think they completed it in something like 20 fucking minutes or something stupid. Here we go. This is the old stuff. So some of these I have no fucking idea about. Doesn't mean they're not good. Just means I don't know what the fuck they are. I do know this. Oddly enough. Very weird game, but that's been out for fucking years. Horizon Lego. I will say that the Lego franchise does very, very well. They have a good way of re-envisioning some of the more popular stuff. And it makes it safer for kids as well. So while some of the Lord of the Rings games can be a bit gory and a bit scary, Lego Hobbit's banging. Especially for minions. Monopoly, can't beat it. Because if you play the board game, nobody finishes the fucking game. Everybody pretends they know the rules and they don't. But when you play it digitally, they make the rules up. They tell you the rules while you're playing it, so you can't fuck it up. Abe's Odyssey. I haven't played this since... That is Odyssey. I haven't played it since the original. Played the shit out of the demo all the time. Because that's what you did. If you didn't have any money, you just played the demo disc over and over and over. That's your afternoon done. Stick of Truth is funny. This is wrong. That can't be all they have. Where the fuck are they? Spider-Man. Spider-Man games are fantastic. They are true to their fan base as well. 1, 2, and Miles Morales. If you haven't played them, get them. They are brilliant. Alongside Far Cry as well. They are true to their audience. God of War has done very, very well, especially the newer ones. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that they changed the gameplay style, because it was very much action RPG, Devil May Cry kind of competitor, but they did well. Tom Clancy, no, fuck off. None of that stuff. Tomb Raider, again, they changed it up, but they didn't do it badly. Far Cry, some of the best games, especially story-wise, that you will ever play, especially 3 and 4. Spider-Man, Far Cry, highly recommend. Skull and Bones? Skull and Bones, people. Fuck that. I have not played a very good pirate game for a very long time because, let's face it, there are not many of them. And before you say Black Flag, we're not talking about that because that already killed the franchise for me in part 3 because they decided to tell us that while the Animus was believable, you could turn into an eagle. No, they fucked it up. Actual raw nothing but pirate games. Far Cry 2 was the best one. Far Cry 2 I played on PC when I finally upgraded my first ever graphics card and the water looked amazing. But Pirates of the Burning Sea as an MMO was a really, really good game. Was it buggy? Sure. But they lost their population because they ended up shifting developers, blah, blah, blah. They're still technically, I think, running for another one, but not what it was. It was a really good game in its time. And since then, I've been trying to find a good, really good, active, online pirate game. Right? Skull and Bones was announced. I was like, oh! New pirate game. Newer God of War is great. It is, but if you played the originals, you can see what I mean, where they changed the style of the game, and I wasn't a fan of it. Very good, very cinematic, very impressive. Not bad games by any stretch of the imagination, but they changed, and I didn't like the change. But I saw Skull and Bones, and I was like, oh, new pirate game. Banging visuals, cool sounds, multiplayer. Ooh, MMO. Let's go. We got a new pirate MMO. No, 3 people. 3 people. How the fuck are you gonna play a pirate game with 3 people? And call it multiplayer? Fuck that. I dumped it straight away. Just Atlas is dead, 500 people across the board, right? Fucking couldn't believe it. I was really looking forward to it. I had incredible, to quote Dragon, I had very high hopes for that game. And when I did play it, it was clunky and I was looking around for people, and obviously they aren't there, so my dreams were smashed to pieces. I thought it was going to be like everything Pirates of the Burning Sea should have been. And the same, not so much the same with Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves did okay, but again, it was too small player interaction-wise. Saw the limit. Who is going to walk to the plank? I couldn't believe it, dude. 3 people. And you get a ship each. No. If you get a ship each, or not, I'd expect there to be loads of people. Pirates of the Burning Sea, you could have a fleet of people, like Eve, basically Eve on the water. And other games where you're all on the same ship, I mean, they did it in Star Wars Galaxies years ago. Some of the ships, you needed like 7 people to pilot all the bits and pieces for them. 3 fucking people, 1 ship each? You're a gang. A really shit gang. Like a boy band with flags. I didn't like it. It's probably good. But the soon as they announced eventually that it was only capped at 3 people, that's what killed it. Because they offered that multiplayer over and over and over and over and over. And I was like, oh my god, I can't fucking wait for this. When's it coming out? Oh my god, it's 3 people. Fuck off. I was miffed. This. How many Assassin's Creed? I mean, at least you know your identity, right? Holy fuck. Anyway, enough of that. I'm still trying to find this little classics fucking menu because there was one, and this is how tricky it is to find stuff on PlayStation. I used this for years and years and years and years, and even I can't find what I'm looking for now. Don't press the nostalgia. Ah, wait. Relive the nostalgia. See, the clue is in the wording. Boy bands have more personnel. You're not wrong. I played it for like 5 hours looking for people and then said, nope, delete. Exactly how I felt, dude. Dragon, you were probably led into the same ditch of spikes as I was, where you thought there was going to be loads of people and they were going to be running around in their rags going, oh, look, I found a ship. And then everybody jumps in and starts hoisting sails and shooting cannons that they can't quite fire yet and falling off the fucking edges and getting eaten by sharks. I expected that. Where is a game like that now? There's a gap in the fucking market. Skull and Bones looked like they were going to fill it and they went overnight. Terrible. Let's click on this. Can't argue with Tekken. Absolute classic. Fucking love it. Was obsessed with it growing up. Still am. Banging. Unusual they put Dark Resurrection on here though out of all the other ones. I think 1 and 2 is on here. 3 is as well actually. Alone in the Dark 2. Fucking hell. Ape Academy. Now, this is when people did play all the games, right? People that played Armored Core played all of them. People that played Ape Escape played all of them. People that look at the list of PlayStation games that I went through earlier don't know what the fuck is on there and they're not going to play shit. Flashback Classics. What have we got in here? Atari. Holy shit. Oh my word. That's what I think it is. I don't want videos. I want images. Well, too late. Too loud. Ape Escape was mega. It was. That's loud. No, that's too loud. It's going to hurt my ears. We're talking Space Invaders and shit. Where's the list? Centipede, Sword Quest, Star Raiders, and some other stuff. 50 games, apparently. Not going to go through them all. Blood Omen 2. Legacy of Kain. Fantastic. Remember that on a demo disc. Cool Borders. Now, I'm going to say here, 2 was better, 1 was poo-poo. But there weren't many poo-poo games then. And that's the thing. How many... I've said this about movies and games combined, right? If you talk about 80s movies, maybe 70s, 80s, and 90s, and games, okay? 70s, 80s, and 90s games, you can talk about them for hours and hours and hours. Have the same conversation with someone about movies and games about the last 10 years. Now, arguably, you could say, well, you talked about 3 decades. Okay, I'll pick one. Pick 80s or 90s. There's your 10-year gap. One or the other. Talk about the movies and games in that era, and then compare it to the last 10 years. The last 10 years conversation is going to last about 3 minutes. That's it. And then it's going to switch to drama and what the devs are doing wrong. It's crazy. We had it on stream before talking about 80s movies, 80s only, and we went on for like 3 or 4 hours and still couldn't even touch the sides. Then we tried to talk about the movies that have been out in the last 10 years, and all we had was sequels, revivals, and shit. The sooner devs with money realize where the problems lie and do something about it rather than chasing trends, the sooner we'll get decent games back. Like this, like Crysis. The one game that will be renowned for still not being able to be played in full on pretty much any system. That was way ahead of its time. Daxter, fucking hell. Toy Story. I will say that Toy Story on the Mega Drive was one of the best games they ever made. It was really good. There were so many good B films in the 80s. That's the thing. Because people were worried more about creativity and sharing it. Rather than, ooh, what makes the most money right now? If you're chasing now, you're going to be dead then. It's true. Then as in later. Doom. Played that on stream recently. Yes, it's 1993. Yes, it's still banging. Doom 3. First time my dad ever heard me shout motherfucker. You can't even mention a single B movies in the last 10 years. Nope, not one. None. So, story for Doom 3. That is when they introduced new mechanics. Not much later, actually. Shortly after Half-Life was that? I think it was 2. Anyway, you could have a torch, or you could have a gun. You could have a torch, you could have a gun. And I was playing this with headphones on, which I didn't used to do at the time. Dad was doing his horses or whatever. And I don't mean in a farm. I mean betting. He's fucking got folders and folders and folders. Very, very clever with it. But I was playing this and I got jump scared, basically. Everything was pitch black. Couldn't see a bloody thing. Torch. This thing jumped at me and I shouted, "Oh my God, motherfucker." And then you could just hear, because my headphones fell off, the wire came out and it went over to my speakers. You could just hear clonking and uncontrollable rapid fire. Because what I tried to do was panic shoot, and all I was doing was hitting him with a fucking torch and swapping, spraying a clip, and then switching and hitting him with a torch again. I don't know to this day what the hell I was trying to shoot, but it scared the shit out of me. Fantastic game. All the Doom games are good. 64, since it's there, by the way. I know I'm gonna use the word arguably, but what I mean is it is. N64, quite possibly, I'll give you that, quite possibly one of the best consoles to ever be released. That is when Nintendo got it right. Then they went backwards and did mini disc and then these weird things, and then they gave the Wii, which was just Pumba, and now we are where we are. Each to their own, but I would say N64 was when Nintendo was fantastic. Paperboy was favorite growing up. Dude, I had that on Commodore 64. That was a time. Fantavision. Where you get Fanta, you don't. This was rented. We rented this as kids. Dude, I don't even know if I could see that now, but my God. This game was hot shit. Remember G-Please? Sunset Riders is still a banger. G-Please was great. Pretty sure this was 2-player. Whatever it was great. When games were innocent fun. Like Die Hard Trilogy, which still to this day is one of the best games you will ever fucking play if you can appreciate it for what it is. Guilty Gear, that looks like COD. Gravity Crush, that was Gravity Rush even, that was pretty good. Heavy Rain, very good story. Zombies Ate My Neighbors was Sonic Goon 2, that's fucking funny. Jack fucking hell. Zach, how the fuck do you say his name? Jack and Daxter, that's what it was. There was, I think there was 4? There's 5 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They weren't terrible. On the same sort of wavelength as Ratchet and Clank. Jet Rider was good, you're right. Killzone, underrated. Underrated. One of the rawest shooters ever. Obviously, a huge hint at Nazism, but it was good. Killzone 1, 2, and 3, and then the one on the PS Vita as well. Played the shit out of Command & Conquer as well. All the way up to 4, I think. So, I did. All the way up to Generals, I think. Whichever one that was. And after playing all of them, and then hacking the crap out of them as well, because you used to be able to do that. Customizing them. Modding them, if you like. I would still say that Red Alert is the best game they ever released. Legacy of Kain. Ratchet and Clank is still mega. I still play the new one when that comes out. Oh, you play any new one that comes out. Yeah, that was good. Do you remember Parappa the Rapper? Kick, punch, block. I used to love that. Had the demo of it. Oddworld. Oddworld was good. The rest of them... Medieval, I did enjoy that. There he is! Parappa the Rapper 2! I didn't know even that there was a second one. This fucking game. Oh my God. Don't be too loud. What the fuck, man? The art style as well. Just what they did. And now... I mean, that is quite loud. Stubbs the Zombie was quality. First 2 Command & Conquer were great, and the cutaway scenes were fantastic. Is he gonna dance and shit? That's too long. I just want a quick clip of it. They're not gonna show you, it's just an advert. He just bounces all the time while you press buttons and he dances and raps and shit. It's really fucking funny. But now Now, someone will sit there and go, yeah, bro, this sucks. Oh, does it? Oh, I'm sorry. We'll change it then for you. That's my gripe with current games. As soon as someone that is not the target audience kicks off on the internet, they shit the bed and change everything and then fuck it up for the ones that like it. That's funny. That's a really funny game. Anyone remember Fifth Element game? No. I remember the movie, don't remember the game. Pinball Heroes, don't buy that. If you buy that, you're going to end up getting a million DLCs because you get hardly anything with it. I tried. Ridge Racer Type 4, fantastic game. Played that on stream. I can still do it, apparently. Resident Evil 2. This board right now, this one, I mean, that was technically PSP. They released it for PS4 and PS5 for here, but that is a PSP version. Ridge Racer 1, right? Ridge Racer 2 was technically Ridge Racer Revolution. Ridge Racer 1 was in the arcade, but anyway. Ridge Racer, Resident Evil, Ratchet and Clank. You are looking at Resistance as well. You are looking at the prime time for games, people. Fucking hell. Ridge Racer was fantastic. I still play the bloody soundtrack while I'm working on the website. Ridge Racer 2 was better. Rage Racer was better. Type 4 was not better than 3, but it was still bloody good. Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 is when Resident Evil was fantastic. 4, okay. Veronica, okay as well. 5 and 6, shite. Absolute shite. These are when they got it right. Oh my god, Sly as well. Again, Soul Calibur. These are the games, people. This is the shit you don't hear about anymore. You don't get excited about that many games anymore. When the fuck in the last 10 years have we gone, oh my god, look at this list of games? You haven't. You scrolled for ages. We are stopping right now. Jedi Starfighter, fantastic. After Rogue Squadron from the N64, they released this on PlayStation 2. That was PlayStation 2 as well, I think. Pod Racer was brilliant. Phantom Menace, fantastic. Soul Calibur, all the Soul Caliburs are good. Rebel Assault 2, fucking classic. Siphon Filter, Jesus Christ. Tekken 1, 2, where's 1? 1's not here. 2, 3, and 6, oddly enough. You can't touch Tekken. Absolutely phenomenal fighting game. Last of Us, not as old, but still good. Time Splitters, Jesus. I played this on stream recently as well. Time Splitters 1, 2, and 3. And then, even more, ready? Twisted fucking Metal. This here, Twisted Metal World Tour, was amazing, but Twisted Metal Black, I believe, was the better one. Tomb Raider Anniversary, fucking, look at these. Always like missed and Riven as puzzle games. Yep, they were good. Fifth Element, I don't remember Fifth Element. Look at this shit. You can't Worms, oh my god. And Wipeout, I've got that. I've played that recently. I did platinum that out on PlayStation 3, but then they updated a new version and all this other stuff, so I've got to do that again. This here looks like Rampage, but I don't think it is. That looks like Rampage. It is not Rampage. So we'll dump that. But you just saw that tiny list there. And I had to stop pretty much all the time to be excited about the games. I blame the participation awards generation for these bad games for the last 10 years. That's it! It's like, yeah, well, Fortnite's good. Okay, you named one game. Good. COD. Okay, 2 games. The is too long. This one here. PlayStation 1 emulation, because it's that old. Worms had a system in it all those years ago. This is part 2. All those years ago, where you could make up a word or a name or a bunch of numbers or whatever, and that was the code for the generated map. And if you gave it to your mates, they would have the same map, exactly the same, because you gave them exact code. So there was millions of possibilities. And it was fantastic. Such a cool game to just chill the fuck out to. And the new ones aren't bad. They're a bit competitive, obviously, because they've gone a bit smoke and mirrors and shiny stuff, but they are fun. And this here, you can't touch this. You really can't. That was out on PC and PlayStation 1. And I'm downloading that, so I'm going to play that later. Did you have any videos of it? Download PS5 version, yes please. I have an 8TB hard drive. Scroll down underneath the stream, there is a link for it. You can get one as well. They are from Overclockers and they are banging. 8 fucking terabyte. I can download whatever the fuck I want. These I tried playing recently, but my god, the visuals are so different, especially on a big screen. How the hell did we ever control them? Classic. You can forget your, what the hell is it called? Oh my god, my brain has stopped. What the fuck is the car game? My brain has stopped. The one where you drive around, move football. Rocket League. This is it. Prince of Persia Warrior Within was amazing. Prince of Persia, all the games were good. The newer one, I'm not going to touch it because they've gone all cartoony with it. I don't know what the fuck they've done with his face and his hair, but that's not Prince of Persia. The movie wasn't terrible, actually. That did actually line up quite well with the game. But 1, 2, and 3, Prince of Persia were good. The one they released on PlayStation 3, that was very, very good. I believe I almost platinumed it. If not, I did platinum it. 2 was my favorite, though, where the music changes to Godsmack, I Stand Alone. The whole screen goes black and white and you're getting chased by the fucking Dahaka. That was cool. That is, again, when games were fucking fantastic. If it was for you, great. If it wasn't, you'll play something else. And that's the issue. Find something else right now. In the massive lists of games that we've got, find something else. You can't, because there's too many and they're shit. That's imagine having too many and they're shit. I mean, this list is quite small, actually. There's normally a lot more than this. I don't know what they've done with the Classics catalog. They've shifted some of the stuff over. But you get the idea. There's some cool stuff there. Try before you buy. New. Premium stuff. Redeem exclusive content. What am I doing here? Just flashy lights. Modern Warfare armor. Oh, this is all DLCs and shit. Like I said before, VR has brought future some very good ideas coming out. VR is doing very well. The trouble is the modules or the peripherals you need for them are so fucking expensive. Not everybody gets the privilege to try them out. I did have the original VR. I wanted to get the PlayStation version 2. Never got around to it. Money shot me in the ass in the last 2 or 3 years. It's been a fucking huge struggle, so I didn't get around to it. But I will say that from experience, the VR stuff is really good. Even the Oculus is really, really good. The Oculus is getting obviously much, much better, but they are extremely expensive. And our Wi-Fi is shit downstairs, so I can't really use it that well. But the PS one, I do want to get the upgraded one if you want. The PlayStation version 2 VR. When I first tried the VR, I sat in it for about 20-30 minutes or so, and I was like, this is a bit weird. And I kept taking short bursts, like 2 or 3 times. Then after that, don't repeat this because it's not healthy, but I sat on Eve Valkyrie. We are flying at stupid speeds, going upside down and spinning and shooting bad guys in space and shit. I sat on that headset for 8 hours straight. No fucks. That was good. And VR Gun Club, absolutely platinumed every single ounce of it. When I say platinumed, not PlayStation platinums, it was on the Oculus, and they had gold, silver, and bronze, and then obviously platinum as well. And I did every single one of them. It was really good. You want to play Resident Evil in VR? I don't. I would play VR games if they were designed for VR. I wouldn't play VR games that are a second thought or an afterthought of VR. So anything that is layered on top of. Skyrim was like that. It was not good. Look at this chat and stuff. Good. I always do chat and stuff. I'm just playing games at the same time. The games that weren't VR to start with, that layer it on top, don't do it very well. They make you kind of point and click, and it fucks with your brain because it keeps flash, flash, flash all the time. Whereas if it's designed for it, it's a lot smoother. And Skyrim was one of those. It was really weird to just look down and go, oh, you're awake. Oh, yeah, I am. Hello. But the gameplay itself wasn't as enjoyable as it was to play with a controller. But other VR games that are dedicated to it, I love the fuck out of them. Very, very fun. You can get lost in them quite easily. Fallout, classic. They've got less classic games on here now, for some reason. They normally have a lot more. Look at all these options. You're supposed to fucking figure out what to do here. Skyrim VR has come on leaps and bounds, to be fair. It has, but it's still not good. Not in comparison to games that are designed for VR. Which begs the question, are they going to do that deliberately for Elder Scrolls 6? Bear in mind, I was one of the early testers for it as well. The Skyrim VR stuff. And obviously I have it. And got like 14 different versions of the fucking game. Never completed it. Not once. And I won't. Because I still want to make sure I do absolutely everything before I complete it. This is good. I don't know how many people have played it. 1 was good, 2 was good, 3 was better. It's clean fun. You're making a theme park with Jurassic Park music in the background and breeding dinosaurs and mutating them. I don't know what else to tell you. It's a fucking beautiful game. Visuals are great. Sounds are great. You'll get lost in it. Play it. Play the fuck up. It's worth every penny. Horror games in VR is horrible. I played one of the ones in VR, Gun Club, actually. It was a mission where all these cardboard zombies are coming at you. And I know they're cardboard, but they still scare the shit out of you because they're going, and they're too close. You don't want to fucking touch you. I played it on Discord in Secret Ninjas, and I had this shotgun. And you have to literally cock the shotgun back and fire it. Like, so you're constantly reload, and you got to put the fucking bullets in and everything. Or the slugs in. And then I ran out. Like, what am I going to do? So I threw it, and then I just started punching the fucking zombies to see if it worked. It did. It fucking worked. I punched the shit out of them. I did it again. I took the gun away and just punched them all and got platinum for it. Big up the original Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Indeed. I didn't know if it was going to work or not. I didn't know whether they'd coded that to be a thing where you could. So I just winged it and punched the shit out of all the zombies. It was much better. Because I could hit them in the face much quicker than I could reload the fucking gun. But VR Gun Club is very, very well done. But anyway, Jurassic Park World Evolution. Out of all the games that have been out in the last 10 years or so, Spider-Man and this, definitely up there. They are very, very good games. And not just because I like them. Rust is on trial for console. That's been out since 2018. That's doing really fucking well. And I nearly ended up getting a server for that for G-Portal for people that want to play survival games under the Xynode Gaming banner. I've already clicked on some of those. Trials, I don't want to go in trials. Classics we already checked, didn't we? Unless they've got extras. They're in a different order? Or have they got more? Dino Crisis, Jesus Christ. Jurassic Park with dinosaurs. Sorry. Resident Evil with dinosaurs. I think they've just jumbled up the order, haven't they? Yeah, there's hardly anything there. Look at these. PS2! Specifically PS2? So what, is it just half the list? Looks like it. Ah, man. They've slimmed this down a bit. They had a lot more. Shame it's not cross-play. It's true. By the way, I just saw a game there that I completely fucking forgot about and went over. Infamous. Platinumed every one of those. Infamous is another prime example of an incredibly good game that didn't sway too far away from its original design, stuck to its target audience, and did very, very well. Even when they released it on PS3, when the new PS4, when the PlayStation came out, that game was obviously much more modern in comparison to the originals with a different character, but they still stuck to it, man. It was really, really good. Heavenly Sword, Ninja Theory. That is a fabulous game. Very good friend of mine that I grew up with. We used to make games when we were kids. I used to do all the modeling and the graphics and stuff, and he used to do all the coding. And he actually ended up making their software stuff that they needed for them. He ended up as a coder for Ninja Theory. Then I ended up being invited to Ninja Theory because of my mate who was working there. And behind the scenes, I got to try out loads and loads of stuff, which was really fucking fun, and offered my ideas, if you like, based on what I had tested as to what they should or shouldn't do with their controls. And it actually got put into the game. So the dodge rolls controls on DMC, you're welcome. And for that, I'm credited. 1 minute 57 in the credits. You will see my name there. And it's on IMDb, the lot. My name is actually in Devil May Cry. Tenchu on PS1 was elite. Tenchu 2 was elite. Not only that, Bushido Blade. That was a proper fighting game. What would you call a Doberman and a sausage dog if they were cars? Little and large. Why aren't you in bed? Kamara needs a shout out. That's fucking half term, isn't it? If you're not following them already, make sure you do so. But yeah, I was in Devil May Cry because I got to test stuff in secret, and I offered my 10p's worth as to what was wrong with their controls and what they could do to fix it. Because at that point in time, they basically had 2 buttons here. This is way out of NDA now. It was fucking 13 years ago. And they both did the same thing. 4x4 sausage dog tuning is terrible. Are you going to let me talk? Are you going to chuck shit dad jokes in the chat? They both did the same thing. And it was quite a simple one. I was like, well, if you did this with this part of the controller and made this go that way and this go that way, that would be a lot easier, and then people wouldn't have 2 buttons doing the same fucking thing. It was quite a simple one. But there was a load more other bits and pieces that were part of that as well, including one of the bosses that was really fucked up when they first had it in there. And yeah, there was a lot of stuff that I had messed around with in that day that they actually ended up putting in the game. So yeah, I got full credit for it, which is great. Still a big fan of For Honor. Yeah, same here. Shit, dad jokes. Yeah, we're not going to do that. That's not what this stream is, Kamari. You have to relax. We're talking about games and shit. Some of the things that you have not seen, actually. Lego stuff always wins. Can't be mad at that. XCOM's good. Don't know where the hell we're going here. Dynasty Warriors, or Dynasty Warriors, however you want to pronounce it. I am lost as to where they are now. That started out as a fighting game. 1, 2, and 3, I think they were. And they were good. They were really good. They were alongside other fighting games that were all unique in their own right, but equally as competitive. So you had Dynasty Warriors, you had Tekken, you had Soul Calibur, which was made by the same people that made Tekken, except it was like Tekken with weapons. You also obviously had your Street Fighters and your Mortal Kombats and all that kind of stuff, but you also had Iron and Blood, which was a D&D fucking fighting game. You also had things like Star Gladiator, I think it might have been called, and then Toshinden, and there was fucking tons. Absolutely tons. And now, like, what fighting games do you like? Oh, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or Tekken? They're all very good, but all the rest of them have just gotten lost. Because that's what it is. It's the hype and just do that one thing, rather than kind of a broader scale of not necessarily competition, but flavors. Everyone's trying to please the same people, or all the people, so there's only one type. But yeah, this has changed to a brawler type game now. You just run into armies and splat stuff. They had another game. It was called Kessen, which was basically what Dynasty Warriors is now. And they both existed. They both coexisted at the same time. And now they're both kind of smushed. What do beers go up? I got to save extra now. You do. I know Ben was a big fan of Bladestorm. Bladestorm was pretty good. Now that you said Storm, Bulletstorm was quite good. I think you can still download that on here. PS3, PS2, PS1, PSP. We've seen most of these already. Same list. They've thinned out their classics catalog. Excuse me. Sony Pictures catalog. Streaming. Exclusive discounts. Online multiplayer. That is really shit when you find out no one's playing it. And that's the problem. The one that pissed me off, the online one, was Lord of the Rings. Crash Bandicoot was fun but annoying. Yes, Crash Bandicoot is classic. Fantastic game. And that still holds up as well. They had a Lord of the Rings... Oh my god. I don't remember what it was called, but it was from EA. People at the back just choked on their coffee. And the single player was really good. It was kind of like what Ben was talking about earlier, like Chivalry. And except without the blood and guts. Capture the area, beat up loads of bad guys. And I played the crap out of it. And then I was like, right, I've got all the trophies now. Everything. Now I'm going to go online. Servers are closed. Brilliant. And that's the danger as well. If they're not hosted by individual players, like having a kind of a spin up, your host is using their connection, you rely on them maintaining servers. And if they shut them down, you're fucked. BFME2. Say it in English. Because Buffme is not what I understand. Splinter Cell needs a new game. Yes, it does. Splinter Cell was fantastic. I had that on Xbox. The original Xbox. You know, the good one? Not the shit they have now. Battle for Middle-earth. You may be correct. That was an EA game that has kind of sides fighting each other. And then you could turn into the heroes. Kind of like Battlefront, I guess. Except instead of guns, you had bow and arrows and swords and shit. Dude, it was a solid game. And the single player, absolutely banging. But I wanted it for years and years and years and years. Couldn't afford any games. And I saved up enough to try and get it. And I found it in CEX of all places for about fucking £7. I was like, this is great. And then once I'd got through all the single player, got all the trophies I could possibly get, put all that time and investment into it, I then went to play multiplayer because I was ready for it now. And servers are shut. I threw it out the fucking window. Shadow of Mordor was fantastic. That Nemesis system. Oof. Dude. Very good game. And again, tailoring and catering to their actual target audience. And not just making everyone do a fucking dance and have a pink skateboard. It was really good. There's a place for all that stuff, but it's not in everything. And that's the trouble. You're trying to put the same trend in everything. Nothing's unique anymore. So no one has a decided target audience that they're aiming for. And you should. Although Netflix needs to release the Nemesis system. Oh, they do. What do we get to here? Discounts. Should we go discounts? We've seen the Classics catalog, which is very small now. There used to be about 300 or 400 games on there. Now there's more, nobody knows who the fuck this is games instead. Baldur's Gate. This is... I'm gonna get some flack for this. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Gotta feed the girlfriend. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Kamari, thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Beer and cake in the chat for anyone who enters or leaves. Give him a shout out, people. Make sure you give him a follow. You can play Battle for Middle-earth 1 to 3 on PC Online. Someone made servers for it. They did, but that was not my point. I played it on PlayStation. So I got my trophies and I was going for the platinum and I just needed a couple of online ones and they shut the servers. So that was fucking frustrating. The time has gone. That pissed me off at the time. This here. I'm going to get some flack for this. I have not played the new Baldur's Gate. Not because I don't want to necessarily. Mostly because I don't have time. But what I've seen of it, it looks like a very fun game. But it is not this. This is what I remember with Baldur's Gate. Basically, D&D Diablo, if you like. And the Baldur's Gate we have now is so many worlds apart from this that I don't want to touch it. Even Zion Ninjas. How you doing, Amber? Welcome to the stream. It's like playing Tekken your entire life. And then the new one is a driving game. What happened? So I understand technology obviously advances and it will obviously affect games and how they're played, but Diablo is still Diablo. Diablo is still Diablo. Baldur's Gate is not Baldur's Gate anymore, and that's why I don't like it. Have to disagree with you. Why? Is that incorrect? It doesn't feel... Well, I've only watched it. I haven't played it fully. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like it's part of the same franchise. It feels like a decent game, but it doesn't feel like it's part of the franchise. Fair. They did the same with Star Wars Galaxies, Ben. Other people made a server for it, but it's too late. Star Wars Galaxies was one of the best fucking MMOs ever. And they ruined it because they listened to too many people. 1 and 2, absolutely fucking loved this. I was expecting a Diablo-esque version for part 3. I was really looking forward to it. What I saw was not that. So that kind of switched me off. Not to say it's terrible, because it's not. People fucking love it. But it's not for me because you shifted too far from the base. But Diablo 4 didn't from 2. See what I mean? They're not a direct comparison of each other. You could easily completely dismiss 1 and 2 if you've never played them before and just stick to 3. And if you saw 1 and 2, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? This isn't Baldur's Gate. Orcs Must Die. Mentioned this earlier. I'm gonna say it, I fucking love those games. They are my guilty pleasure. Making loads of traps and making orcs run into them and get squashed. Unfortunately, no one fucking plays them. No one. I tried playing them online. Not a fucking sausage. Not one. Fantastic game. They've got all the visual and hype of all the stuff that we shouldn't be playing. And no following. Destroy All Humans was a fun game. Orcs Must Die is really, really good fun. They've got like 5 of them now, I think. They're all good. But you're not allowed to play them because people tell you they're shit. This, oddly enough, actually pretty informative. Is it like 2026 quality and all the rest of it? No, not really. I mean, it's a simulator. It's not going to be. But you can learn quite a lot from it. That is not bad. One of the kids was really, really into heading towards mechanics and all that kind of stuff as a career type, as well as other parts that are evolving around it. And I gave them this to just mess around with. Learned a hell of a lot in a short space of time. Did you ever play the Broken Sword series? Yes, I did. And every time someone says Broken Sword, it reminds me of Dragon's Lair. Don't know why. Gearhead Garage was amazing. Yeah, it is. Sinful edition of Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb, same people that did Super Meat Boy. Fantastic. Easy fun. Conan. Still to date, one of the best games I've ever played, while being also one of the most buggy games I've ever played. Can't play it anymore. that ship has fucking sailed. Had 5 servers for it, dumped the fun con stuff, but I'll still admit that I had a lot of fun in that game. Cannot take that away from me. That was good. Sad, but it's good. What the fuck is this? It says beam driver. I read that as beamer driver. I feel like it is that, but someone just couldn't spell. Because there's 2 cars smashing each other in the traditional blue and red. Think about Conan at least twice a week still. Yeah, because the fun was had in the game. That's why. And that was the guilty pleasure. It's a lot of simulators, man. Problem with car mechanic simulators, it gives people a false sense of confidence to fix their own car. No, that's not what it was for. I heard a story of a guy doing his own brake pads after doing that. Oh, don't do that. That's not what it's for. Inform yourself of how things go together and how things function, but don't treat that as a way to fix a car, like in real life. That's not the point. It's same as this. Don't go and get on one of these plane simulators. Now all of a sudden you know how to fly a plane. You have experience in some of the mechanics behind it as far as a game is concerned, and a digital standpoint, but you've never sat in one and flown the fucker. That's not the same. But I think what you did there, unfortunately, Taff, is you met a moron. Because instead of them just learning stuff, they decided they now know everything. That's dumb. Recycling center simulator. Can't wait for that. Stubbs the zombie. Why? Stubbs? Of course you like it. No comment. What is this? Sex shop supermarket simulator. Kooky? Bet Ben's missing wearing his purple thong in Conan. That dude, oh my god. I've still got videos and screenshots and all sorts of some of that stuff from years ago. We beat very, very messily, a very large German clan that were very friendly with everyone until someone decided to backstab inside their own ranks, and then all hell let loose and the server went to war, and we took down their towers, and it was fucking incredible. And Ben found a bedroom, and they had all their illusioned armor, and he put on their very high quality armor, didn't know what the illusions were, and he was hanging like a monkey from the fucking ceiling in what I can only describe as mildly appropriate S&M type shit. It was close. Ben showed people more than we wanted to see. He was like, look at my new armor. Like, dude, nope. I'm using that, getting a business model. What, laundry simulator or this one? Dear oh dear. That's trying too hard, isn't it? The Angler. Call of the Wild, the Angler. I'm not mad at fishing games, but you can't beat bass fishing, I'm afraid. Sega Bass Fishing. The sex shop one, you're going to get it? I knew it. This, by the way, I am buying that. Because I've wanted to play this for ages, and I mentioned earlier that most Warhammer games are shit. Even though I fucking love Warhammer. And for £3.49, I'm buying that. I'm going to press be right back in case you see my details. 1 second. Ending, I'll be right back. I haven't got any visuals for that. I did have a visual for it, it's disappeared. Well, fuck it then. We'll just go back here. I'm definitely having that. £3.49 instead of $34.99. Wow. ESO fishing for the win. ESO fishing is shite. I cannot stand ESO fishing. I love fishing in real life. I don't mind fishing in games generally. That is not good. Wait, I really need a remake of a game called Jericho. You don't. Car mechanic pack again. Tell your mate that you can fix his car with this and this one. They've even made that. They've made it even worse. They put a beamer on it. Plane flight simulator. Bus driving Evo simulator. Some weird fucking games. Each to their own. I'm sure there's a marker for it. Jurassic World Aftermath. Is that from the cartoon? Yes, it is. I watched the cartoon. It's not that bad, actually. Had fun. Zerg fishing with a guild. Ah, so fishing wasn't the fun part. The group activity was. It's like Conan, actually. Taxi Chaos. Definitely not off the back of Crazy Taxi, which, by the way, was a good game. Scam Next Gen Simulator. Aqualalarium, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm nearly done, dude. My voice is wrecked. I've been talking all stream. I mean, I'm normally talking all stream, but today's nothing but talking. Wash Clean Simulator. Jesus. Road maintenance simulator. I mean, some of these, they are what they are. People like this kind of stuff. Some are weird, though. This one, Metal Hellsinger. Very, very cool game. Very good idea. Don't know how far that's actually gone because there's a huge discount on it, but... I mean, a Warhammer game for 10% of the price. Can't be mad at that. Succubus. No. Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. Gunsmith Simulator. Dodgy Dave showing you how to make a gun. Look at the games, bro. They call it next gen. At least good for phone. No, fuck that. Dude, I've gone over so many today. It's fucking crazy. They are questionable, some of them. Power Wash Simulator was more entertaining than I expected it to be. What you told me is you installed it. Cowboy Duel in VR. That'll be quite cool. That would be quite cool. Attack at Dawn, North Africa. That's a... Is that a map? Or is that the name of the game? Tell me that's a map. No friends play this game. It doesn't look like... That looks like the game... That is an unusual name for a game. Installed it and played through the story. Is it good? The story of Wash Simulator. The rough and tumble of growing up as a washerer. Egging on. Anime girls. Anime love chat girls. Oh my fucking god. You're gonna simulate dates as well. Simulating date. Oh my god. Taff, where's your mate who decided to copy how to fix a car from Car Simulator? Because I swear he would love this so we can go straight onto fucking Snapchat or Facebook. Bookshop Simulator. I mean, I understand all this kind of stuff. That's your theme park, making your own theme park. Your bookshop, making your own bookshop. Date Simulator? The day where people try to treat everybody like robots. Dear oh dear. Game called Pistol Whip for VR on Oculus has Western scene and you do feel very Dirty Harry. Oculus is very accurate. They're really good. Simulator of Simulator. Yeah! You see? Dinosaur Fossil Hunter. That I would get lost in. Because you're just sitting there digging up shit all day. And let's face it, that's what you do in survival games anyway. Date Sim, that's a very different kind of dummy hump. It is. You don't even have to blow that one up. Build your simulator with a simulator of a simulator. You see where we're getting lost in like some weird Inception type shit? Survival Zombie. I'm not going to say that it's a bad game because I don't know. But I will tell you that it looks like the zombie is the survivor. And that's not what that's selling. Survival Zombie. You gave up giving us a title. See how terrible it is. Terrible. Oh well, I hope they made loads of money out of it. There's a game called I Am Bread, and I'm quite intrigued. Dude, those games, I think they're like £1.50 each, and you basically have to spam a button so the bread goes boing, 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 until you get to like 1,000, and then you get a platinum. There's loads of games like that. You're just hungry? I'm fucking starving, dude. Don't look, vote in case. I'm not looking... What? 4 out of 5 games are good. Next gen. But I'm not looking up anything specific because I'm already on a path. I'm doing stuff. But most games are shit. You missed half the stream, You have to watch at the beginning where I've explained what my problem is with games at the moment. Even though I deliberately teach games for a living. Dragon's Dogma. We went past that. It's fantastic. Dead Island is really good too. My Warhammer game is ready. Fantastic. I'm going to play it off stream. I'm not. I'm going to pretend to. I'm going to press go and I'm going to turn it off again. Stream a simulator. See, look at this. Imagine playing this on stream. I could simulate being a streamer while being a streamer playing a simulation about being a streamer. And I could show them how they're doing it wrong because I don't need purple hair and cat ears. Fucking weird. Supermarket simulator. I understand that. Right, okay, because it's a job. Much like theme park or theme hospital, you're involving yourself in an everyday fucking routine and you're just monging it. Whatever. But, car washer? It's fucking weird. Wait, are you in a Xynode simulator? I might be. I mean, the amount of shit luck over the last couple of years, I might be. I might be in hard mode. That might be what it is. I'm in hard mode simulator. Which is why all the fucking bills keep getting more and more and more expensive and why every time I'm trying to get rid of one, another one aggressively more expensive comes up. It's like the Truman Show, except with control pads. But can you give away purple chickens in a simulator? Probably not. You probably got some weird twisted way of telling you how you're supposed to run a channel, and I would not doubt that every wannabe streamer, by the way, there's nothing wrong with having an ambition, and there's nothing wrong with chasing that and doing something about it, but every wannabe streamer will probably download that, assume that that's the method, and then try and apply it, fail miserably, and then complain that the world's not fair. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Not there. Email me and send me loads of money. I'll tell you what to do. Dungeon Master. I like the sound of that, but it's probably shit. My god, there's so many car mechanic things. Character Pass Volume 1. Sounds terrible. Zombie Bar Simulator. Oh, we've got to open this. That's VR. Love VR games. Because it's VR, I'm actually intrigued. Oh my god, there's ears and shit in there. What the fuck is this? Loads of zombies that can communicate and have money come to your bar and you feed them human parts. That's actually quite funny. Look at demo. I know, I'm there. I can see. It's cheap. But I don't have the VR. I had the old one. Gave it to one of the kids. Never had the money to get the new one. I will eventually. But then I can't do that on stream. Not from where I'm sitting anyway. Gunsmith Master Simulator. That was a hard one to say. Say Gunsmith Master Simulator 10 times really fast. This is a zombie game. There's loads of zombie games. Are you one of those kids on a bus when they go to the school trip going, look at sheep! Look at another sheep! Look at another sheep! When there's like 50 of them, but you got to get them all out one at a time. Police Simulator was surprisingly fun. Police Border Contraband Patrol Simulator. They're going too far, aren't they? I think Ben laughed for an hour when he searched someone and found a cucumber. I watched someone play GTA Online, and they were role-playing on a role-play server as a cop, and they had the police station and all the cells and everything. And the people that were getting caught, the bad guys, were alongside them in the role-play and actually taking the fact that they got arrested and paying the bills and all this kind of shit, and told that if they get caught speeding, they'll have X, Y, and Z next time and all that kind of stuff. They were actually enforcing it. And they were so serious about it. I was like, dude, why aren't you a cop? It was really good. 5M and Red M are pretty good. I know, I was sponsored by them. That's why I was into it. But it's fucking mad. They had hand lotion and a cucumber in their pockets. Yes, I died laughing. Oh, God. Dear, oh dear. That reminds me of a story, actually. I'll limit the information. Many years ago, I was staying away from a certain location because I was in trouble. And I went back there. It was outside where loads and loads of shops are. Me and my mate were standing outside having a cigarette, as you do. And I was fucking around with a lighter, just setting light to the flint because it was fun. And chucked it, went off, went bang. And old Bill came over. And bear in mind, the person I was there with at the time, I said I was staying away from this place to end up in trouble. And they came out of the toilet and saw me up against the wall with my fucking hands like this, just fucking stuck, right? Because they're fucking searching me. Not gonna go too much into it, but stayed away from the place for fucking ages, turned up, pissing around, not doing too much trouble, and then all of a sudden I'm getting pinned against the wall by old Bill and getting fucking searched. That's not the funny part. The funny part is my mate was beside me and they had to check what I'd thrown. Just fucking flint, it would burn out. And because they had to go and check what I'd thrown, they had to go into some bushes to do so. So this dude's putting on a rubber glove. The funny part is my mate's face. Because he honestly thought, outside of a shopping mall, in broad daylight, while they're just checking us because we look a bit suspicious, that he's actually going to get up there in public. I nearly died laughing when I saw his face. He honestly thought he was going to get rubber gloved in public. Like, dude! They're just checking us because they think we're suspicious and they set fire to a flint. That is all. They're just checking. They're not going to go up the bum in public. Stop being so stupid. Another zombie survivor is fun. I want zombies. Zombies are fun. I'm playing 7 Days to Die at the moment. I've got a server for it. But yeah, many years ago, since someone brought out cucumber and fucking lube, yeah, we got searched by old Bill outside a fucking shopping mall. And I tried to avoid that for a little while. And he honestly thought that that was going to happen. Like, dude, they're doing their thing. They thought I was doing something I'm not. And they're checking. He has to put gloves on so he doesn't... As if I have to explain to you why he's got gloves on. We were about 17, 18, and this dude's face, oh my god. It was fucking funny. Again, I'll limit the information. I'm not going to say his name. Poor sod. But that was funny. Diablo 4 is fantastic. 3 is really good. 4 is really good. 2 is still really, really good. And they haven't hype trained to the point where they have broken their design, and I feel like they have still tried to cater for their target audience. They are hyped, yes, of course, there's a lot of money in it, but they haven't switched lanes. You know what I mean? It's so leave, don't get on their uniform. Dude, he thought he was gonna get bum searched in public. Oh man. Like, dude, if they really had to, first of all, they'd ask you if you had anything, and then they'd check. But they would do that outside of the fucking public location. They would do it in a police station, and you'd have to have a real good reason for them to do it. Fucking idiot. You watch too much TV. Kill zombies. There's loads of zombie games. I love zombie games, but they got to be good. All this shit, Fantasy Beauties, no. U-Boat Attack Complete Edition. Hang on, I saw that up here. Oh, that's not the complete edition. That's the bits of it. Love the 3 totally. It was smooth and fluid. Yes, yes it was. Yes it was. It still holds up, dude. It hasn't really gone anywhere. It's a fucking good game. The trouble is, 4 is also really, really good. And I said this earlier about other games where 1 is so good that all you really need to do is add more stuff to it, rather than making another one, because then you split your audience. That's going to happen with GTA to start with, but that's not going to maintain it. GTA will come out. It will do really well. People will play it for a short period of time, then they'll get bored and go back to GTA 5 or GTA Online specifically, because that's too good. And that's the risk. Diablo split their audience, but they still managed to make a lot of money. And there are still some diehard fucking Diablo 3 players, and they've now got the same issue EverQuest had. EverQuest was supposed to be replacing Part 1 with Part 2. Part 2 did very, very well and maintained, and it still exists, but Part 1 was doing so well that it stayed. In Battlefield 5, they just had to move away from it, and don't they? Yeah, they do. Or at least Last of Us. Demon's Souls Remastered Zona, you will love it. Why are you telling me games that I will love? I played them. I'm talking about them. I'm not looking for one to play. I'm talking about them. And yes, you're correct. It's good. Last of Us, I watched the series, actually. That was really good. Really enjoyed that. I didn't think I was going to, but they did a good job of it. Oh, you played? Yeah, yeah. I'm just talking about what there is. You have to go back to the beginning of the stream if you get some time. Watch it as a VOD and you'll understand more about what this is, but we're just chilling, looking at what's there. Conan Chop Chop. That's just funny to me. The name makes you want to play it just because it's funny. This is Chop Chop. It's probably shit. No, it's not. It's because it's Chop Chop. The whole Chop Chop, the sound of it, reminds me of the original. If you have played games for years and years and years, you know where I'm going with this, and you're going to put a thumbs up or just shout. Barbarian. The original Barbarian game on the Commodore 64. I think it was on the Spectrum and Atari as well. That was brilliant. Fantastic. Fallout TV series, still got to watch it. Fucking miles away from that. I only recently finished watching Game of Thrones because I tried to wait until it was all completely done, and then I couldn't justify the price, and then Tony bought it for me for Christmas anyway, so I binge watched the shit out of it before the beginning of January, I guess. Maybe halfway through. Beginning. I say beginning of January I had it done. That was good. But that's what I like to do. I like to binge watch the shit out of stuff because I don't like to watch it and then wait because it gets on my nerves. And I also don't like to do that thing that people do in staff rooms, and I've seen this as well when I used to work in different locations. See, I didn't tell you where people watch one episode and then talk about it all day and all the next day and the day after until the next one comes in, and then they talk about that one for a week, and it fries my brain. I can't do it. I don't mind watching loads of them at once and then discussing it, but I don't like talking about individual episodes. Like it's a book club or something. That gets on my nerves. Maybe it's just me, but I can't deal with it. Fucking Willy Wonka from Temu. Death Howl? No. There's so many Conan editions. Days Gone? Yeah, I played it. Honor and Duty. So like Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, but you can't say either of the names is already taken. You haven't got any ideas. So you called it Honor and Duty. Okay. Ratchet and Jax. Only game company used the jiggle physics from Game of Thrones. They do in Conan. That's 100% Doom and funny. What the fuck is this? Everdream Valley. Family Time DLC. Nope. Before exit... What? What on earth is this? It's Mr. Miyagi. Racist bro. No, it's not. He looked like him. And what on earth is this? Exit before the supermarket closes. Is it one of those really awkward customer ones? This suit Larry was awesome. I'm sure it is. It's one of those... it's one of those games where you're trying to shut the shop. And if you've worked in a shop ever in retail, you understand this. You're trying to shut the shop. It's 2 minutes before closing and some prick has come in and gone, Can I just get this? Can you just no? Because if you stay in and you're being served, the next person that comes in after time is going to go, well, he's being served, and now he's going to have to be here and we can't get out. Is that what that is? Is that the motherfucker won't leave the store simulator? Because I exit when the supermarket is closed. You should. You should have already left. Unless you work there, in which case you leave afterwards, which is weird because you leave when it's shut. So you have to unlock it to shut it again. What a weird fucking game. I mean, now you're just interested, aren't you, for £1.44? I mean, it was £6 in the first place. Love Island. Anime style. Alright. Right next to... Look at this picture. Look at the picture. You can fuck that off right now. You got Love Island anime style. Next to it, you got a discounted pickle fun. I didn't make this up. I didn't put this here. You are seeing it. You should see if they've got about digging a hole. Oh my god. Right underneath it is dig deep. Shit. I fucking can't make that up. Someone in marketing at PlayStation or someone in sorting and merchandising was having a laugh there. Sushi break? Sure, why not? It's ridiculous, by the way. Look, people's PS5 store phone games. Oh dear. So I can't make this up if I tried. Run Sausage Run. Premium edition. That looks brilliant. They've got Donald Trump sausage getting chased by a fucking spinner or a lawnmower or whatever the fuck that is. A cat trying to get them. Oh my god. Oh my god, I need this. I didn't know I needed it. We need to watch the video. This is going to be loud. Is there a video? Oh my god, how many DLCs? Costumes and shit. Sausage costumes. Next gen, €600. Look at it. Oh, there's a video. That was Borat. That... What? Why are you £1.19? That should be a tenner all day long. You'd give a tenner for that, wouldn't you? Run, sausage, run. Cheap fun. Dear oh dear. No comment indeed. What was that? I don't know what I just watched. And I'm not sure if I want it or not. I might. That's fucking... That's a line between hilariously shit and really funny. That's awkward, isn't it? What the fuck was that? Oh dear, oh dear. Bricks head to head. They're bum to bum. Dear, oh dear. Angry cat. It's fucking ginger as well, obviously. RPG Raiders. Sounds great. Fable will be great, I hope. I hope it is. Fable's not for me. I will look at it, obviously. But I do hope they do well because they've been around for a very long time. For the price point, Worth it. Dude, a quid? You gotta try it. You gotta. I'm not here to sell that. I'm not fucking sponsored by these guys, but I did not know that I thought I might need that today. And that is fucking funny. That is odd. I don't know why it's there. And I think you probably should try it just to say you did. For a quid? I mean, you've spent more than that on a chocolate bar before and hated it. You've definitely spent 20 times more than that on a film you didn't like. What can you do? For a quid. You're going through the whole store. There's nothing you want to play. A quid. Learn to cook next gen. Yes. Turbo Circuit. You didn't even try to name that game. Give up. That hasn't even got a title on it. Moolah. What in the fuck did I just read? Moolander. What?
That was tough. Hamilton, some beast is looking at us.
Oh no. Get him, Hamilton.
Oh, would you look at that? Mars is one heck of a planet. So
pretty.
Green and beautiful.
Style-wise.
Let's just be careful, sir.
I don't understand it though. Let's get to the point. Where's the cow? It is pretty. Like, as indie styles go, it's legit. But what is that? The demon cow. Oh dear. I'm not buying it. That's just a fucking funny name. Oh man, we lost it. Oh, we lost to this. What was I on? Discounts. Gotta scroll down again. We were there. Oh, why have you done the thing? Exclusive discounts. View games. Gotta go all the way down the fucking list now and try and find Moolander. Incredible graphics. As indie styles go for side scrollers, it was quite pretty. But that is weird. I can read it, you can read it. Some people have got to be taking you for a fucking ride. It's just trying to make you laugh now. Chicken, please. Bro. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Have you ever been with a predator before?
Goodbye, Natasha. Fuck that. Crazy cat trying to flirt with a fucking chicken, please. It's like Sin City's gone Animal Farm. Very Sin City? Yeah, exactly. We was waiting for that by years. Oh, shit. Hype for chicken, please. Get it. How much is it? That's more expensive than the other one. It's $3.99. That's KFC you can get for that, if you're lucky. Or maybe you can get some chips. 2 little... Look at this, cheeky bastards. Dragon, you in here still? Little 2 strays with a ginger cat on it. That is, like, flirting with a copyright line. They can't get done for that, but my god, did they try. Look how close that is. Dear, oh dear. Fuckers. Passable? Yeah, and that's how it works. That's how they get away with it. Pet Shop Simulator? Can't be mad at that. Is what it is. Some of those things are kind of fun. This looks great. Look at this giant, whatever this fucking thing is. But it's going to be awful. Way too overcomplicated for no good reason whatsoever. Where's the visuals? Turn-based mobile game again. They had a Dragon Age version of that. Warhammer Quest. That's old school. Oh my god. That is classic. That I would still play. That was actually semi-decent. Way back then. Need Crazy Taxi back? Yeah, the proper one. Did that say fucking Ebola? What? Is that allowed? Lord of the Rings remastered. One look, the sprouted up FF tactics. Okay. So we're waiting for COVID Part 2. Dear oh dear. GTA 1 and 2, dude, they're fantastic. You could spam things, but we'll be there all day. Put up Lord of the Rings Remastered. I'm not putting anything up. I'm scrolling through them. 1 and 2 was top-down. People don't even know that. Look it up, people. If you haven't played GTA 1 or 2 because you've been spoiled by the new ones, go back a little bit. You'll see. Where they started is crazy. When 3 came out, all in 3D, people shat the bed. Like, it was like revolutionary fucking change. They give that shit. I know. I want to know who buy that shit. Who buy what shit? These fucking things? I have no idea. The park? The pet cemetery gone wrong? And who permitted the parts of quality control? GTA London was classic, dude. Parkour simulator. For those that don't want to break their neck trying to jump over a door frame. How to jump over a door frame? Other try. Modern Tales. That sounds exciting. Titan. I read that as Titan Issues. Racing Tokyo Racer. X. Ships Simulator. This we went over earlier. Shadow Warrior. Sounds very, very thought out as far as the title is concerned. Brilliant. Baseball Card Simulator. So you can buy and sell the cards, and then when you do it in real life, you get nothing. Shit from blister packs. Lord of the Rings Remastered, all games would be great. Some really, really good Lord of the Rings games out there should be remastered. And some of them need to stay where they are because they're already good. Like, still good. It would be a tough one to try and figure out which would need redoing. Because they're already doing a different Lord of the Rings Online, aren't they? Hungry enough to wish for Chip Simulator? That's funny. Project Drift. Japan. Gym Manager, obviously. Prison Guard. Warden Simulator. Gollum already needs a remaster. It was poo. It doesn't need a remaster. It needs to be dumped. Gym Manager and Prison Guard Simulator. Jesus. I understand some of them, but other ones are just trying way too hard. Bad Cat, Angry Granny. Look at that face. Look at the granny. It's the granny from Looney Tunes. Dustborn. Quest of Dungeons. I feel like that's been translated. Kingdom 3. Animal Kingdom 3 even. King's Heir. Sure, why not? I mean, some of these will probably keep you busy for a Sunday afternoon, but there's a lot of Sundays to go through here. Who pressed mute on what? On Uncle Marcus? Is that what that is? Oh, fucking weird. I need Hydro Thunder back. Gollum need to be not created. That's what I said. It was not good. The style of it didn't make any sense either. So playing the drifting games, would it be beneficial to have a controller with stick driftception? Depends which way it goes. Because sometimes it might help, and other times it might make you just drive straight. Cowboys were already around past ages ago. That's a VR one, wasn't it? Nope, no it's not. I actually worked on a cowboy game for years. That was a massive project I had to work on. I was the user interface designer for it, and I had to design absolutely fucking everything that you see, basically. It was mostly just user interface. It was kind of, not a text game as such, but a point and click through static scenes. Netflix needs to allow others to use Nemesis system. They do. That was said earlier. I feel like I need to buy Catgirl Survivor on account of my guild name. You do. And then you need to get Hole Digging Simulator. Just in case. We have survival games for hole digging. Clothing Store Simulator. Alright. Gunsmith Simulator. There's loads of those, apparently. Castle Renovator. Ever wanted to renovate a castle? Live your dream in the Castle Renovator Simulator. I have questions that I'm not willing to ask on live stream, and I also don't want to know the answers. Read the title. Good. Moving on. John Fart. That's funny. God knows why. I mean, it's funny as a screenshot. Probably a shit game. You need answers? Granny kind of bad, though. I'm telling you a game about digging a hole and this thing, and it's odd. It is a thing. And this again. Buy the game, I have a gun. Okay, good for you. Did it say build? Oh, I read that as something completely different. And the problem is, if I do read things differently, I'm probably not far off. Because these are weird. Date Z. Oh my god. Complete romances and secrets pack. So that's... What, dating a zombie or dating in a zombie apocalypse? How tragic. Prison escape simulator. Okay, fair enough. Prison break was a show, so that's going to work, isn't it? These are cool. Clutter puzzle. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Need answers. Tobacco business simulator. That's easy, but you have to do it during duty free, which we can't really get much of now. You used to go across the border over to Belgium and buy loads of tobacco, come back, not worry about the extra cost there because they're down, and then sell it here cheap. Spoilers? Can't really do that now. Now you have to buy it really, really cheap off a dodgy corner shop, and it's full of camel shit, which is why it's cheap. Simpsons Hit and Run might be making a comeback. That was actually quite funny. I'm not a huge fan of The Simpsons, though. So you get eaten at the end of the day, indeed. These are a new Peggy game. Dude, have you seen some of these? Mighty Goose. Ora would love that one. I don't think she's here today. Cactus Cowboy Desert Warfare. Fantastic. That's got a Worms vibe all over it. Doesn't look anywhere near as good as Worms. Delete. It's fucking first person as well. First person shooter as a cactus. Didn't know I needed that. Fuck, I've gone too far. I've got to go in a minute. It's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning already. We need some sort of Monty Python game. We do. It feels like some of these tried, but didn't quite hit the mark. Disco Simulator. Oh my god, you can get your groove on in a fucking simulator. So, I'm not going to ask how far they go with that one because I know what they're going to do. That's going to be horrendous. Dance around with loads of purple people. Hey, this is off fucking Facebook. That looks like the old Facebook nightclub simulator. Yeah, that's terrible. You're going to get roofied to fuck. Paradox Smile. What about... what have we bought? Sim Simulator. Yep. Dragon Slayer, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We've seen some of this. They got the order all messed up again. Everything's a simulator. Everything. What the fuck? Oh yeah, this is the pickle. We've gone not far enough now. See, I could just skip all these. All these games that are made that nobody even plays. I'm sure they do. Find sort match. Find sort match. What the fuck? Zombie Vikings. Sure, why not? Fantasy boobies. Everywhere. Loads of them. Collector packs of all these fucking weird games all at once. Or individually by the looks of it. Even more. Avatar. Donut Plus bundle. Doing pretty good. Been playing some Final Fantasy 14. Banging. I don't understand what the fuck is going on here. We've gone to DLCs and shit now, haven't we? Got Rasta Skeleton. Wow. We have his honor as your exclusive discounts. They're amazing. Discounts on shit I'm never going to buy. What the fuck? Anime Dance Off. Brilliant. Bartender VR. That could be kind of cool. Just spin bottles and shit. What is this shit? We found the porn section. Oh my word. Hacked. Celebrities hacked. So, someone has hacked their account and changed their clothing and posted it online as deep fakes, and you get to play a simulator about it? Definitely not. Cybercar seller sim... Oh my god. Some of the titles, I think they just add words as they go. You know that word association game where you say like cloud and someone goes fluffy, and then you say kitten and then they go shit, and then... I don't know where that was going. Some people... go down whatever they think of first when they hear cat. Cyber car seller simulator, because we decided to. They just gave up at the title. They got this really cool name. What should we do? Put someone in a leather jacket in front of a car. What should we call it? Cyber car seller simulator. Brilliant. Repackage it or package it. What is all this? Dating stories. Nobody wants to hear this bullshit. Why would you? Why would you want to hear it? Hey, I'm going to tell you a story about my life. You're not real. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Oh, I believe everything you say. You dork. And more of it. There's loads. It's fucking full of it. Oh my god. Have you seen those adverts on YouTube? I had it the other day. came up in this really, really awkward voice. Awkwardly uncomfortable, stick up our ass voice. And she says, you won't last 5 minutes in this advert. Like, you're right, Skip. I want to talk with who buy those games. I don't, because I know what they look like. They look like a fucking art teacher. To be fair, my art teachers were the only ones that were decent. They look like this dude. Definitely. Enough of your dead grandmother presents Noah Small Johnson's puzzle game. What in the shit? Some of them are odd. I'm not going to kink shame people, but some are odd. Light it up. It looks like he just lifted from a fart. We found a fart simulator earlier. Ninja Run. That can't be anywhere near as good as Run Sausage Run. Not a chance. There's no way. Who farted? Thank you for the fart. He's now turned to fucking back. That's a rip-off. And funny. 6th gen, 100%. One Dog Story, Outbreak, loads of DLC for it. Looks tragic. Pickle Run, Avatar, what? Oh, full game. You've got updates for it as well. Potato Sack Racing Simulator. Dude, jump in your pillowcase and run down the fucking street. Why do you need... Nope, not gonna ask. Not gonna ask. Just leave it there. Moving on. This is how you know when people have run out of ideas. There's grasping at straws now. Run Sausage Run. There's a special version. Shady McMilkman for £2.89. You can get the complete edition. And you can also get the Till the Last Drop of Ketchup bundle. You need it in your life. He's playing it. He's gonna play it now. What the fuck is that? I can't even pronounce that. Shikuchi Ninja. Yeah. I'm nearly done. We must be at the bottom of the list soon. These ones here, I think, are the easy platinum ones, where they just bounce when you spam X for ages and ages and ages, and eventually it just unlocks. Sushi plus 5 avatar bundle. How the fuck has it got anything to do with Sushi Plus? Shit, I might have to get... might have to go on a splurge. He is. He's gonna go and get the special edition. You can get the extreme fart package at the same time. Late shift spelled backwards and awkwardly. Sure. No words on this one. No words. None. Ready? Totally normal journey. There was an alien and a dude with saliva spaghetti tongues making that title. Remember preparing your money for PS6 people's next gen, believe it? No, it's not going to happen for fucking years, if at all. We're a long way off of that. We're on the 5th PlayStation. We've been there before. And to finish it all off, Zodiac Quest, aka Bullshit Online, and for 89p actually, bargain, and yoga classes. Yoga Master Deluxe Edition, 11 quid. So you want to sit on your PlayStation and do fuck all, yet this is making you get out of your chair. I feel like this is conflicting with the plan I had. People, that was a very, very unusual journey with no plan. Thank you very much for watching. Hugely appreciate support. If you're not subscribing on YouTube or following on Twitch, hit the buttons, they are free. That was a successful stream of me not playing games for 3 hours. Dear oh dear. Socials in the chat. If you want to follow on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or if you want to use the website, that's all there. Also, Patreon, P0rn, Buy Me a Coffee, and merch. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.